your season in the right direction or leave you asking for questions about how the season will play out. The Tigers gutted out a comeback win tonight, another test, and another layer and opener for the region here at Jim Carroll Stadium. The Hornets from South Gibson are in the jungle. You're listening to the Central Bank Tiger pregame show. We'll be back with a look at tonight's game when we return right after this timeout. Central Bank Tiger pregame show. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson, and we'll be bringing you the action tonight as both teams jump into region play. South Gibson coming in for the first time to Jim Carroll Stadium, the first time these two teams have met, so no history whatsoever for these two teams. So the Tigers pulled out a win last week in a playoff game type atmosphere. The Tigers came back in the second half, 2 defensive turnovers and some big plays on offense. And, it was an unusual game, Kurt, because the first quarter, and really the first half, was explosive for both teams. It was 28-21 at half. We get in the third quarter, I think we exchanged maybe 5 punts in that third quarter.
Yeah, weird.
And then the second half, the fourth quarter, the Tigers got a couple of turnovers that really turned the game around for us.
Yeah, I'm like you. It looked like it was going to be a 60-65 scoring ball game, and then in the second half, both teams, I think, made some defensive adjustments at halftime, and I know we made some good ones, and it paid dividends in that third quarter. That old adage, the first 5 minutes of the third quarter and the last 5 minutes of the second quarter, and both teams kind of stalemated each other there in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. It was a good ball game. We said they looked evenly matched, and other than they fumbled down there on our 10-yard line, just a freak snap, just a bad snap. It's one of the things that shotgun is pretty much just a prominent snap, and teams. It's funny because they do so much shotgun now. It's almost like sometimes they have trouble on hand-to-hand snaps. But this guy, I guess the humidity, hand was wet. He just slid the ball between his legs on the ground, and the guard kicked it by accident, and it rolled right to us, and we picked the ball up. The good thing was we were able to grind out about 60 yards from there to eat enough clock to where they weren't going to have time to score. But, yeah, started out big offensive game. Our guys, the ones that you wanted to see show up, did, and we snuck out a win by 6 points.
Yeah, Kendall, we talked about the line play last week, and I think the Tigers dominated offensively and defensively on the line. It took a little while. Of course, Big Harris in the middle, he had a heck of a game. Our linebackers played well, and really we played well on the outside too. They wanted to throw the ball some. They liked running, but just couldn't run it in the second half. We made the adjustments, and like Matthew said on Sports Talk Saturday, it became a numbers game, and they would show one look, they show a too high safety, jump into another look after their pre-snap, and Giles County really couldn't do anything with it after that, and plus, getting the turnovers. But the one thing I thought we did really well was offensive line and Jacob Saunders.
Yeah, and I think the emphasis there is placed on Jacob Saunders, and of course we hope we see the Jacob Saunders we saw last week, because he was our playmaker, he was our guy. But I think this week's going to be kind of the same test for us, a little bit of the unknown with what they're presenting tonight on the field, but it all starts up front, as Kirk likes to point out, and that's 100% true.
Well, last week too, Kurt, the kicking game was a big plus for Giles County. They had a kicker with a big leg. We were pinned back at the 20. I think maybe we got one return on the night, but the rest of the time he was kicking out of the end zone. So we're going 80. We don't have a kicker that's got that kind of leg. We're having to pooch it, and they're starting at the 35, 40-yard line. That was a big deal. But Jacob Saunders, speaking of him again, had a great night punting for us. Finally flipped the field in that third quarter, and got us on the plus side, and then that's when things started happening.
Well, special teams, and we said that I think during the game, was if Hardin County had lost that ball game, special teams were really lopsided in Giles County's favor, and they did. We had to work longer fields. We missed an extra point. That reason we only won by 6. There was a lot of things that happened in that ball game by special teams. I think we kicked one that we tried to kick deep, kind of a deep line drive squib type kick. They ran it back to the 40. So, we really didn't do well at all in our special teams, comparatively speaking, to what they were doing. And another thing, too, is if you're going to flip the field and you're starting at the 10-yard line, you've got to pick up 2 or 3 first downs. You got to pick up 30 yards just to give your punter a chance to flip the field. And in that third quarter, we were starting, inside the 10 and inside the 20 on 2 or 3 of those drives, and we weren't picking up first downs and having to punt, giving them the ball to 50. So our defense was kind of in a bad spot all in that third quarter. But you were talking about the offensive line, and I think the defensive line did as much as anything. Adam Harris, unbelievable game against a really talented front offensive line. So, Adam Harris and the rest of the guys on the defensive side of the ball were able to, keep them out of the end zone or letting their good kicker be in field goal range.
All right, we'll let you know what we know about South Gibson when we return. You're listening to the Central Bank pregame show here at Jim Carroll Stadium. We'll be back right All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. Big game tonight here in the jungle, South Gibson from Medina, Tennessee, northwest part of Tennessee, right up above Jackson at Jim Carroll Stadium for the first time. What do we know about the Hornets? Not much, except this is the first season in our region here, as they were in the other side of the region last year. First matchup between the two programs. But a familiar face, Coach Lee Hooper, the offensive coordinator, was a former player here at Hardin County High School and a former coach here at Hardin County High School. He coached under Coach Matthew Smith for a while. They have a kid that's a D1 kid on offense, and they got a pretty good football team and got a good football history for such a new school. And so that's what we know about them. Other thing we do know is their starting quarterback is out. He was injured, I think a knee injury last week. And then the starting running back also was injured in that game with a broken arm, and he is out. So they lost two key components. Talking to Coach Hooper earlier today, two key components that they were looking at being a big plus for them offensively throughout the season. So, they've got some things that they'll have to overcome tonight. But we got some injuries, too. Wes Blankenship is still out. He's in concussion protocol, so he's out this week. He suffered that, I think, in the first half of the game against Giles County. So, Kendall, both teams got some injuries. Their injuries seem to be a little bit more severe with a starting tailback and a starting quarterback out.
Yeah, and just from talking to Coach Hooper pre-game, he didn't leak much to me, but I think that is going to impact what they do, especially offensively. I'll be intrigued to see how they go about, their scheming and what they throw at us tonight from an offensive standpoint. But, just from the film that I've seen, they're a scrappy group of kids, and so the test is going to be there, and I think it's going to be something we're going to have to manage just like we did last week.
Kirk, what do you think Coach Smith and his staff tried to do this week when you got a team that you have no history with? You got a couple of weeks' worth of film on them, but other than that, you don't know a whole lot about.
Well, I'm sure they pulled, film from last year. That was one of the things, too. I know we had a really tough time against Lexington. They beat us in a unusual ball game where they never threw the football. They were just able to run it against us in ball control and kept us off field. But they beat Lexington by about 20-something points last year. So I knew that they had a pretty good team last year. And they're ranked about like we are. We're in the middle of the pack. I think we're 7th in the Jackson Sun Golden Circle, and they're 9th. Those are not. I don't know how true you can go by that, but that somebody thinks that we're pretty closely matched. It will hurt them with the injuries they've got. I mean, anytime you lose, if our quarterback went out of this ball game, it'd be a whole different animal. And so, that's unfortunate for them, but it will probably be a little bit of an advantage for us.
All right, the Pride is in the north end zone. They're getting ready to play the national anthem before this home crowd. We'll take a timeout. We'll talk more about tonight's game when we return, and also look at other action around Region 6. You're listening to the Central Bank Tiger Pregame Show right here on 93.5 FM. along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson. You're listening to the Central Bank pregame show. Other action going on tonight. Lexington will be at Crockett County, Northside at O'Brien County, McKenzie at Chester County, Southside at Liberty. That was on Thursday, and I didn't get a score on that. And Memphis East, our next opponent, will be at Shelbyville. Memphis East will be in next week for Go Gold here at the stadium, and looking forward to that. That's always a special time here at Hardin County High School and at Jim Carroll Stadium. So looking forward to that. Tonight, Kurt, we've been pretty balanced both games. That's kind of a trait of Coach Smith, not too much pass heavy, not too much run heavy. I don't think we do anything else tonight. Maybe up front, according to David Long, he came by the office yesterday, and we were talking about this game. He said up front they're going to match us with size and some physicality. He said we may be a little bit better in the skill position. Well,
I mean, you asked me. I didn't answer your question about what Coach Smith might be looking to, since he didn't have a lot of information on this team. He's going to go through last year's film, and then he's going to go through what games they've seen and, put together. But I think the biggest thing that we've done this year that's been noticeable on the field, he even said it at Sports Talk, were how the adjustments they've made at halftime have paid, big dividends in the second half, and you got to give them credit. So, I think they probably have an idea of what they want to do, which is always going to be in that balanced category. It's always harder to, prepare for a team if there's a 50-50 chance that they may run or throw. And so, I mean, being balanced is really a good thing, and he's going to do that. And I really believe this. And Kendall, you may know, you may have heard this, but I think I think Carter Smith, quarterback, has been given more authority than probably any quarterback that I can remember. I mean, you were talking about how they were checking to our offense and our alignment, and they were switching out from having 5 in the box to 6 to 7 in the box, depending on what our alignments were. And we really, I don't think, have had a quarterback in the past that they trusted enough to let them change those calls on the field and what they see. And I think Carter's been given that opportunity.
Yeah, it's kind of like we say every Sports Talk Saturday. He's so far advanced in regards to just being a mature quarterback and a senior leader. He does hold the reins when it comes to, are they going to move around their offensive scheme? Are they going to audible out of whatever they've got going? And so tonight I think their defensive side of the football is going to present a challenge. They've got the 4-star supposedly going to Ole Miss, who's an outside backer, and they've got some really quick defensive tackles. So it's going to be a test for our offense tonight for sure.
Well, you were talking about Carter. We really needed that last week at senior leadership. We were backed up twice, I think, in consecutive punts to the 1-yard line in a game that was becoming kind of stressful in a way in the third quarter. We were behind. We had some breaks, but then we would kind of shoot ourselves in the foot, have a penalty, or, maybe an incomplete pass that should have been completed. And then it was just that type of game in the third. But he got us out of there twice.
Well, I mean, you're talking about confidence in your quarterback. There's not many quarterbacks, especially young quarterbacks, in a close ball game that you let go back and set up deep in the pocket in the end zone and make throws, which in that situation when we were about on the 2-yard line from the middle of the end zone, he hit a strikeout on the seam for about 30 yards. It got us, and we didn't do much with it after that play. We picked up about 8 yards and punted, and that was one of the ones when Saunders punted it down to around, their 15-yard line. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of confidence in what he can do. He's making all the line blocking assignment calls at the line. I think he has a full RPO option to him. He can run it, pass it, give it. I mean, it's all in his lap. So a lot of times when you see the offense really clicking, it's going to be because he's seeing it on the field and getting it done.
Kendall, one change that I know of tonight, Jack Gray will be primarily on offense. I think all the snaps he took this week were in the slot position. Of course, Wes Blankenship out tonight. And so I'm not sure who they'll put out there at corner, but it looks like Jack will be on offense. He's a big weapon in that slot position. He's a good possession type receiver.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to do is they're going to put Dace Cummings. He's probably going to take Jack's spot on defense. And just from talking to a couple of the guys this morning, I think he's really excited to take advantage of this opportunity. And, of course, obviously Jack, he's comfortable on either side of the football, but you know, it hurts to lose a guy like Wesley, and of course, from what I hear, I would say his status for next week is even pretty questionable.
All right, the Pride is out on the field. They formed the T out of the north end zone. Both teams are still in the locker room. We're just a few minutes away from kickoff here at Jim Carroll Stadium. We'll take a timeout. You've been listening to the Central Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the opening kickoff for Hardin County and South Gibson. That's on their way next. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. The captains are out for South Gibson. The Tigers are in the north end zone in the tunnel as they're getting ready to race out onto the field. We're just a few minutes away from the opening game for both teams in region play. And these two teams were picked 1 and 2 in the region, 2 and 1, however you want to do it. The two best teams so far, and that's kind of what it's looked like as the region teams have played. The Tigers race on through the end zone, through the tee, and it's football time in Hardin County. We'll be back with the opening kickoff when we return. You're listening to Tiger Football right here on 93.5 FM. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson, and we're just about set for football here in the jungle. It's South Gibson and Hardin County. The captains for the Tigers will be Carter Smith, Wade Van Hoo, Sam Tanner, and Adam Harris. And we will try to do our best with South Gibson as the roster that we have that they gave us has no numbers. We just have names. So we'll do the best we can with South Gibson, but they are meeting at the eye of the Tiger and getting their final instructions for tonight's game. So they're looking at the coin and awaiting the flip. As it goes up in the air, it was called by Gibson County. And let's see who won the toss. It looks like South Gibson won the toss. They'll defer to the second half, so the Tigers will go on offense. We'll take a timeout. Your opening kickoff is on the way next. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome to Jim Carroll Stadium. Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson. And the Tigers will be defending the south end zone. Back deep will be Jacob Saunders for the Tigers. I want to remind you in the morning, Sports Saturdays starts with Coach to Coach. Doug Matthews and Dave McGinnis will start us off. They'll get you ready for SEC play and break down the Tennessee-Virginia game. That's at 8 in the morning. And then me, Kirk, and Kendall, along with Coach Smith, for Sports Talk at 9. And then the Vol Network will take over at 10. And they'll lead you up to the kickoff in Nashville between Tennessee and Virginia. That's all coming up tomorrow morning right here on 93.5 FM, WKWXFM.com, and the WKWX app. So we're just a few minutes away as they give their final instructions to the Hornets kicker as he'll place it at the 40-yard line. Saunders is back deep. He's standing about his 10. South Gibson's in white jerseys, orange helmets, and black pants, orange numerals. They approach the ball. It's a short, high, end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at the 25, at the 30, at the 35. That's Gray. And the Tigers will start about the 36-yard line. Tigers in all maroon, maroon pants, maroon shirts, maroon helmets, and white numerals. So Carter Smith will bring them out. It'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers. They'll spot it right at the 35-yard line. Saunders will be the tailback. Rose, Whites, and Gray will spread out to the right. And Ryan Weeks here to the near side. 3-man rush for South Gibson. Here comes a man in motion. That's Gray. Back to the near side. The ball is on the ground, and Carter will fall back at about the 28-yard line. It looked like the snap was kind of right at his knees, and he couldn't handle it, and the Tigers lose about 7 or 8 yards on the snap exchange.
Yeah, you know, when you're about 6'4", and the ball's down around your knees, that's a long way to go down and get it.
So this time they'll set up 2 receivers right, one here to the near side. Saunders to his left. Shotgun formation. They'll give to Saunders up the middle. Looking for some running room. He gets across the 30 to the 31. So pick up of a few, and that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and about 13, it looks like. A pick up of 4 on the play. Now they'll go two receivers right and left. Weeks in rows here to the near side. They're going from the south to the north end zone. Saunders will stand to Carter's right. Four-man front. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Looking. Fires over the middle of the field. Complete to Gray at the 50. And he gets inside Hornets territory to about the 40. They're going to spot it at the 47. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank. 1st and 10 Tigers. Man, on the third down play.
Great throw. He threw the ball. He made Gray run to the football because he was in coverage. I mean, they were draped on his back, but he threw it away from him, made him really accelerate and have to separate from the DB to make that play.
Now they'll go trips right. Here's a snap. Saunders trying the left side, and he just bulls his way across the 45 to about the 44.
Their defense is good. I noticed on that last pass play that their left tackle, man, he flat backed one of our linemen just trying on his way to get to the quarterback.
Pick up a 3 on the carry by Saunders. Second down, 2nd and 7. Gray and Whites to his right. Weeks and Rose here to the near side. Saunders, a tailback, stands to his right. 3-man rush. Now they switch. Here comes some pressure, and he's going to be hit from behind as he tried to get rid of it. And it's going to fall incomplete. So another good effort there by South Gibson, the right defensive end over here.
Yeah, they're running a 3-4 defense. They're not running that, or may even be a 3-3-5 the way it's kind of set up, but it's
it's more of a 3-3-5.
Yeah, it's more of a 3-3-5 than it is extra defensive back against our passing game. Linebackers are really active and athletic defensive fronts.
So that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 7 from the Hornets 44. Here's a snap, straight drop. Here comes some pressure. Fires, complete at the 35. That's Gray again. He'll be run out of bounds at the 32, and that'll be another Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 Tigers.
Man, both of his passes have just been right on the money.
I'll tell you something. You give him time to throw.
Dangerous.
He'll beat you. That's going to be the key. And they're trying different things on their defense to get to him. And Saunders on the backside made a great block to give him time to make that throw. And as long as they can do that, they give him 5 seconds, he can beat you.
1st down, 1st and 10. Here's a snap. Looking, quick fire, complete to Gray at the 25, down to about the 23, and Jack with 3 catches already in this game from the slot position. You can see his effect offensively. He's got great hands. He's been injured a lot this summer and actually was moved to defense at the cornerback spot, but with the injury to Blankenship, he got to play most of the second half offensively last week. Now 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Saunders, a tailback, Weeks in motion right. Here's a snap. Saunders right up the middle, breaks it at the 20, 25, close to the 10-yard line goes Jacob Saunders. May this be shy of the 10.
Man,
that'll be enough for Hardin County Bank 1st and 10. They'll spot it at the 11.
He's the Riddler. He made that first guy just whoop him. I mean, you didn't even get a hand on him in the hole. Spin moved, almost got – well, he did get the first down.
Yeah. This drive started at our 35. 1st down, 1st and 10 from the 11. Now they show pressure. Quick strike, complete at the 5-yard line. That's Rose as he threw to the outside shoulder. Now we've got an injury to an offensive lineman. That is Garrett Sipes, the right tackle, and they're calling for the medical staff to come out, and it may be a left arm.
It's a left knee.
Is it a knee?
It's a knee.
So he's rolling around out there on the field, and now the staff comes out, and we'll take an injury timeout. 9:03 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Tigers threatening. We'll be back right after this quick timeout. was the injured Tiger, the right tackle, and he walks off under his own power. So that's a good sign. And trying to catch who they bring in, Adam Harris, as it looks like they're going to go with Weeks now to the right, two receivers to the right as well. Shotgun formation, and now here comes a flag. What is a flag?
They call them delay a game, but I don't know that.
Well, how can that be delay when they just walked off the field?
Yeah, look at him.
Now Coach Smith is absolutely going nuts over here. How can you do that?
I mean, you got an injury timeout.
I mean, that was about a 10-second count.
That's ridiculous.
But anyway.
That's big.
awful.
That's big, too.
Yeah, that moves it back to the 10, where it'll be second down, 2nd and 9 now. Here's a snap. Saunders, right side. He's going to be swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, they had the box loaded. That's going to be a hard one.
So 3rd down from the 10. They can get to the 1 for the 1st down. So Smith looks over to the sideline. He'll send Rose and Gray to his right. Saunders, the tailback, will stand to his left. Here's a snap, straight drop. Here comes some pressure, still in the box. Complete to Weeks at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Weeks comes from the right side all the way across the field. Nobody was on him. They lost him right at the 5-yard line. He just walks into the end zone. And the Tigers go on top 6-0 with 8:13 to go here in the 1st quarter.
It's a great call if you get just enough time, and he had just enough time running the double crossing routes.
Foster comes into the game. Smith will hold. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Tigers strike first. 8:13 to go here in the 1st quarter. 7-0 our score. We'll take a quick timeout. This is Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go 11 plays, 65 yards, capped off with a 10-yard touchdown pass from Carter Smith to Ryan Weeks to give the Tigers the early lead, 7-0.
So Nolan Foster will kick it from the 40.
Foster on the kick for the Tigers. Back into the Hornets. Jonathan Reed.
So Foster will put it down. And here's a high end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at the 25, at the 30, looking for running room outside, and then finally he's going to be knocked down just shy of the 40. Didn't get enough height on that one to get us down there.
Well, did you notice anything different about that kick? He kicked that with his toe. He didn't soccer style that kick. He kicked that straight toe.
Very observant.
That's different than what we've been seeing.
So it'll be first down Hornets. They trail 7-0 with 8:05 to go. First time they touch a ball. Cade Allen at quarterback. And Dowdy will be the tailback. Here comes a man in motion. Here's a snap. They'll pitch it to the motion man trying to get outside. Has running room. He crosses the 40, crosses the 50 into Tiger territory at the 45-yard line. That's a slot receiver on that side. And just went in motion. They pitched it to him. He got the corner.
Got a hook on our outside contained guy, and that after that, we were in man coverage, and it looked like they ran the corner off, so there was nobody out there.
So first down, 1st and 10 for the Hornets on play number 1. Allen looking over to the sideline, gets the play. He'll send 2 receivers to the right. Dowdy, the tailback, to his left, a receiver left. 4-man front for Hardin County. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Dowdy right up the middle, looking for some running room, and they'll just have a scrum right there about the 40-yard line, pick up of a couple, maybe 3 on the carry. That'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 7.
They come off the ball. I mean, they got some fire when they hear that snap.
2nd down, 2nd and 7. Ball at the Tiger 40. Here's a snap. Looking to throw. Over the middle of the field, their big receiver, and he trips as
Wide open.
the yard line about the 25 got him by the toe and just thrown over his head. He was open, though, and that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 7. Now he'll go out of the game. They'll go 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. They're going from the north to the south end zone. Tigers line up, 4-man front. Big 3rd down play. Here's a snap. Allen looking under pressure, still under pressure, trying to dump it down the sideline. It's going to be caught and then knocked out of his hands.
That's Dace Cummings.
And that's Cummings as it's a good play by the receiver. He high-pointed the ball, but Dace got his arm up in there and knocked it away, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Played it like he was supposed to. I mean, he was trailing, watching his eyes, and when he went up to high point it, he got his hand between his hands and just raked it. Good job.
So they'll send on their punt team as it'll be 4th down, 4th and 7 from the 40. Jack Gray will go back. He'll stand around his 10-yard line. We'll see if they punt. They're lining up like they will. Punter right around the 45-yard line. Here's a snap. Good snap, no pressure. A low spiraling kick. We get away from it. Takes a right turn inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line where the Tigers will have it. 1st down, 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line. The first drive started at the 35. This one will start at their own 9. So a good defensive series there. After the first play, picked up a 1st down, and then the Tigers stuffed it a couple of times, and they missed a couple of receivers. So it'll be 7:04 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 our score. Tigers on top. Carter will bring them out. Now Heyman into the game at tailback. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Cam. Looking for running room. Bounces it outside. Has a little bit of running room. Got a block outside. Gets the 15. Down to about the 19-yard line. Close to a 1st down. He ran that thing up right at the right tackle and then bounced it outside. And he picks up 9. So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and a yard for the Tigers. Well, now they give him the 1st down. It will be a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 Tigers. Now they'll go a diamond package to the left. Here's a snap. Quick throw. Looking for a block. He has it. That Wykes at the 25. And he'll be knocked down there right at the 25-yard line. Well, they'll spot it at the 26. A pickup of about 7 on the passing catch. So that'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 3 from the Tigers' 26. This drive started at their own 9. Now they'll go 2 receivers to the right, 2 here to the near side. Heyman the tailback to Carter's left. Now they're showing pressure. Here it comes. Carter in the pocket looking. Fires down the field, and it's going to be complete. But they're going to say it was out of bounds. And, man, that was some tight coverage by number 2 there. A lot of pushing going on down the sideline. But a good play nonetheless, and that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 3.
He's got to run that route, though. I mean, he's running looking back, and it may be because he's looking for a back shoulder or he's going to break it off. But if you're going to run that 9 route, You need to be running it.
So third down, 3rd and 3. The Tigers have been pretty good on 3rd down so far. 6:07 to go. Clock stops with the incomplete pass. 3rd down, 3rd and 3. 3 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Now a man in motion, and now we have a whistle. What is it? They're going to say illegal procedure on the Tigers. It was the official on the far side over there. I don't know.
Van Hoos patted himself on the chest.
When, all right.
He must have.
Jerked the ball.
Yeah.
So they'll move it back, and that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 8. Now the ball back at the 21-yard line. They'll go 3 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Heyman, the tailback, to Smith's left. He's in a shotgun formation. They're showing a 4-man front. Now they're jumping players around. Here's a quick throw to Heyman. It was incomplete. Ball hit the ground, but Carter had to get it out of there. They were bringing a lot of pressure.
Man,
if he'd have just flipped it where he could run under it, that was 6.
If he'd given it just any air so he could catch it standing up, that was
a touchdown.
That was gone. Yep. There was nobody.
So that'll bring up 4th down.
He knew who to throw it to.
Dowdy will go back for South Gibson. Jacob Saunders will come in and punt it away. He'll stand at his own 8-yard line. Saunders awaits the snap. Here's a snap. It's a good one. Here comes some pressure, and he gets it away. He got him. The ball's going to hit at the 40, spin back, but they were all over Saunders after he got it away, and the flag is down. And the Tigers may have caught a break.
A stupid mistake. I thought he was going to block it. I don't know how he missed the football because he was standing 3 feet.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, and it will be Hardin County 1st down. They went after it, and they were there. I'm not Kirk. How they missed the football, I don't know, but he got it out of there. And really, they had nowhere to go but run over the top of him, and they did that. So the Tigers get a break with 5:55 to go.
His angle was at the quarterback, not his foot.
So it'll be a 1st down as they'll move it out to the 36-yard line. Not only that gives us a 1st down, but it moves us out of trouble. So Hardin County's offense will come back out on the field. They'll send Whites and Gray to the right. Rose here to the near side. Heyman the tailback. Here's a snap. Hand off Heyman. Gets outside. Has running room at the 40, at the 45, at the 50, at the 45, down close to the 40-yard line of the Hornets. They'll mark it at the 42. And that'll be enough for a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 Tigers. He got the corner and then turned the speed on.
Yeah, he's looking good tonight. I mean, he's getting those edges and letting his speed work.
Now they'll move it back to the 43. So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 at the Hornets 43. Here's a snap. Heyman again looking for some running room. He's going to be hitting the backfield and kind of gets away from 87. But he's going to lose a yard, or they're going to spot him right back at the line. I think he loses maybe a yard. Well, they'll spot him right at the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. This time he's going to throw. He's got pressure, and they hold him. And Rose almost came up with it. Flags everywhere as the cornerback over here on this side. He grabbed London.
Didn't have an option. I mean, the hitch got him. He broke up on the hitch. And when he released to go downfield, it was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, he just grabbed him. And flags came out immediately. And so another costly penalty for South Gibson here in this drive. So that'll march it to the 33. Where it'll be a 1st down, 1st and 10 Tigers from the Hornets 33.
Yeah, see, they're in that man coverage. And boy, he broke down on Rose. That was another good call. The execution's been really good by the offense.
2 receivers right, 1 here to the near side. Heyman in the game at tailback. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Cam, looking for running room. Has a little burst at the line of scrimmage. Gets close to the 31. A pickup of about 3. So it'll be second down, 2nd and 7.
It's not easy going in there. They can play. They got some men at linebacker.
They'll spot it at the 31. Pickup of 2. 2nd down, 2nd and 8. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers right, 1 here to the near side. They're going from the south to the north. Here's Carter under pressure now. Rolls right, fires. Complete to Jack Gray right at the 20-yard line. So he broke his route off. And a good play by Carter as he had to get out of there, rode to his right, and threw a strike right at the 21-yard line. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank, 1st and 10.
I mean, he was in a dead sprint. He wasn't in this. He was in escape mode. He wasn't in like just drifting. And to make that throw that hit him in the numbers, running full speed, that was one of the most impressive throws he's made.
Now he'll send White and Gray to the left now. Rose over there to the right. They're on the right hash. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Heyman right up the middle. Boy, that was almost a ugly exchange there. I think Carter wanted to pull that one, and Heyman took it away from him. He lost a yard.
Backside end coming hard.
Oh, it's been every play.
Yeah.
So they lose a yard on the carry by Heyman. 4:03 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 our score. Hardin County on top, and they're knocking at the door again. Ball resting at the 22-yard line. Now they'll send Gray and White to the left. Rose to the right. Heyman still in the game at tailback. He's been in this whole series. Here's a snap.
He's holding him.
Fire into the end zone. Jack Gray. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, they got it too. They were holding him, and he still hit him in stride.
He went right down the left hash, and he hit him right in the shoulders. And a good play by Gray. Flag on the play, and it is going to be defensive pass interference against the Hornets, so the score counts. And Jack making his presence here in the first quarter. And the Tigers go up 13-0.
They've been taught, if you're going to get beat, grab them.
So Foster in to kick. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. 3:35 to go here in the first quarter. 13-0 our score. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go 11 plays once again, 91 yards. And Carter Smith connects with Jack Gray from 23 yards out to put the Tigers ahead 13-0.
So the Tigers go on top 13-0, and Foster will spot it down at the 40. Here's a high end-over-end kick. This time it kicks it inside the 19. They'll get it right there. Has a little bit of running room, still on his feet, and he'll get to the 35, maybe right at the 34, where the Hornets will take over. First down, 1st and 10. At their 35-yard line, trailing 13-0. So Allen will bring them out. This will be the second time that the Hornets have had the ball offensively in this first quarter. He'll send a receiver right, receiver left, one back. That's Dowdy to his right, four-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Dowdy, looking for some running room in the middle, and he's going to be stuffed right at the line of scrimmage.
They won't do that a lot. That double wing set all tight with running between the tackles. That our front four is too good for that.
Pickup of about a yard on the carry to bring up second down, 2nd and 9. They'll go receiver right, receiver left. They're running the double wing, like Kurt said, with Dowdy right behind Allen. Now man goes in motion left. Here's a snap. They'll pitch it out there to him, trying to get some running room. He does have some running room at the 40, and then he's going to be knocked down shy of the first down as he goes across the 40 to about the 43, but a flag comes in.
It may be a late hit or a spearing call. He came in kind of late.
We'll see what this call is going to be.
Or it could be holding.
Yeah,
They were trying to block.
holding,
They were trying to block us out there.
It is a
What?
well,
Call it
it's
helmet to helmet?
helmet to helmet, I guess. That's what the call is.
Well, that's
He was drugged down.
As Heyman or somebody came up that was and helped assist on the tackle.
So they're trying to get it straightened out. It will be against the Tigers. It'll move it inside Tiger territory to the Tigers' 41-yard line. So a big penalty for the Tigers goes against them this time.
I know Coach Smith's not happy about it.
And it'll be first down, 1st and 10. South Gibson at the 41 of the Tigers. 2:37 to go here in the first quarter. They go receiver right, receiver left. They're all bunched up on the right side. Here's a snap. Looking to throw, under pressure, trying to go down the sideline. He's got a man open, and it's going to be underthrown, and it falls incomplete. And that's Dace Cummings out there on the coverage.
Jace Cummings out there on an island. Him and the receiver. One-on-one is either going to be good or...
Well, he was stride for stride with it, and kind of blocked him and shielded him off, and the ball was thrown on the inside.
I'm glad he threw it to that side.
Yeah. I mean, perfect throw, and he has a chance to catch it.
Clock stops at 2:30 on the incomplete pass. Second down, 2nd and 10. Here comes a man in motion to the right. Here's a snap. They'll pitch it to him, trying to get outside, and has a little bit of running room. Now he gets the 35, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. And let's see where they spot him at, about the 33. He's going to be a couple of yards shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 2. They'll spot it at the Tiger 33-yard line.
Them being able to get the edge, that's going to be one of those halftime adjustments they'll be working on.
Clark in the game at running back now for South Gibson. They'll give it to him right up the middle, and he's going to be knocked backwards, but I think he got enough for the first down. He got close to the 30. And let's see, are they going to give it to him? Yes, they will. It'll be first down. Hornets at the 30-yard line.
That penalty gave him a little boost.
Yeah. First down, 1st and 10, Hornets.
They've changed their tactics, too. I mean, they've come in here now. They're keeping everybody in.
They'll go 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. Man in motion left, and now we have a whistle and a false start. That time it was called over here from our sideline, and that'll move them back 5.
They're wanting to see if they can just stack the box and power their way through with just a couple of receivers.
So they'll move it
split
back
out wide.
Move it back 5 to the 35-yard line, really 35 and a half, where it'll be first down, 1st and 15 there. 1:40 to to go here in the first quarter. 13-0 our score. Tigers on top. Now they'll go 2 receivers, right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield. Allen in the shotgun. Here's a snap, straight drop. Looking. Quick fire. Ball's in the air. Tigers get it. Heyman has it at the 30. Dragging a Hornet to the 35-yard line. And the Tigers get the first turnover.
Oski.
That ball hit his receiver right in the hands, went through his hands, went right up in the air off his face mask. And Heyman was right there, and the Tigers get a big turnover with 1:24 to go here in the first quarter.
Heyman looked like he was getting a rebound. I mean, he went up as high as he could catch that ball, and he knew what to do with it when his feet hit the ground,
that
too.
Thing seemed like it just hung in the air for
well,
a minute.
It went 6 or 7 yards up there.
So now Saunders back in the game. Smith looking over to the sideline, trying to get a play called. He'll send 2 receivers to the right, 2 here to the near side.
That's a big play.
Here goes a man in motion. That's Weeks to the right. Here comes some pressure. Looking. Fires down the sideline to Rose, and almost a fingertip grab right at the 40-yard line. They're really working on number 2 over here for the Hornets. They're trying to get London.
That was catchable,
deep,
too.
Yeah.
I mean, Carter, quarterback, saw that left end come pretty clean, took 2 steps to his left, and the only receiver he had over here was London.
They're going to call a timeout. They do. They've got players running on and off, and they were fixing to get caught with 12 men on the field. South Gibson takes a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. 1:18 to go here in the first. Tigers on top, 13-0. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. Back at Jim Carroll Stadium, Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson bringing you Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM, WKWXFM.com, and the WKWX app. Streaming live on YouTube channel, Slice 93. Here's second down play. Saunders bounces it outside, gets a block out there at the 40, still on his feet, dives forward to about the 44-yard line. So to bring up third down and about 3.
Their defensive strength is in the box. If you can get the edge on them like that, I think we've got the speed once we get to the edge that we can, make stuff happen. But running between the tackles, they're good.
Third down, 3rd and 3. The ball resting at the Tiger 42. Shotgun formation, receiver right, 2 to the left. Now they jump offside. Carter goes to a hard snap. They all come firing off, and that's going to cost them a first down. Little too anxious that time as they were bringing about 5 or 6, and they all jumped off at the same time.
Well,
so that'll be a Hardin County Bank first and 10
they
Tigers.
started out with that loose 3-man front, and linebackers about 5 yards off the ball. Now they've got 5 on the line and a middle linebacker stack.
Now they're going to go trips to the left, one receiver to the right. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Quick throw. And this time it's going to be wide of Jack as got it out there a little quick. Jack couldn't catch up with it. And that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 10. Clock stops with 18 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
That's a hard throw
for
a quarterback. I mean, you got to throw it in front of him, but if you throw it a yard in front of him, he may not catch it.
So second down, 2nd and 10. Carter brings them to the line. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders right up the middle, has running room, and then he gets pounded right at the 50-yard line. He had a good burst for a minute, and then it closed up quick. And that'll bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and about 8, it looks like. Pickup of a couple.
They've got 2 outside linebackers that look like they're about 6'2", 215, 220.
The Tigers will let the clock run down. That'll be the end of the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play here at Jim Carroll Stadium, Hardin County 13, South Gibson nothing. We'll be back right after this timeout. Welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson bringing you the action tonight. Christian Kirk on the camera as we're streaming live on YouTube channel Slice 93, or you can go to WKWXFM.com. The link is up there as well. 3rd down, 3rd and 8 from our own 49. 2 receivers right and left. Here's a snap. Quick throw, complete right at the 40-yard line. That's White. And he moves it inside the 40 to the 39. That'll be enough for a Hardin County Bank. 1st and 10 Tigers.
That was a good catch.
That
Yeah,
was a great catch.
The pass and catch by White. Mario making his presence here in the game.
I mean, that ball was up. He had to kind of climb the ladder to get it, and then the corner was trying to bust it up at the same time. He held on to it. That's a good play.
Now they'll go 3 to the left. They'll go trips left, 1 here to the near side. They're going from the north to the south. Saunders right up the middle, looking for running room. Now he breaks it out at the 35, and he's going to be jumped on from behind and knocked down at about the 33-yard line. A good pickup on 1st down by Jacob Saunders, pickup of about 6.
Boy, it was fun to watch, wasn't it? I mean, it was like not here, not here. I'll go there, and then picks up. I'm telling you, he's got a bag of tricks. He's the Riddler.
2nd down, 2nd and 5. They'll give him 5. They'll spot it inside the 35 to the 34. Now they'll go 2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side. Weeks in motion. Everybody is in motion now. And I think Hardin County is going to be hit with the flag.
Yeah, we didn't need to be in 2nd long.
Yeah. So we'll go back, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So false start on Hardin County. Weeks went in motion, and when he did, the whole right side over here moved.
Hadn't been a clean game
Now,
on either side. I mean, it's big penalties have hurt. We've overcome 2 or 3 of them to get in the end zone even with them.
so they'll move it back to the 39, where it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 10 from there. 2 receivers right and left. Saunders, the tailback, stands to the right of Carter. Here's a snap, straight drop. Looking. Fires. Got a man open. That's Gray. He goes up high, and it's going to be knocked out of his hand. Good play there by the defender, 33, for South Gibson.
He's not going to be happy with that pass.
No, that's first bad throw he's made in the game. He just underthrew him. He gave a corner time to catch up with him. Actually, as like a star or a weak safety.
So that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 10. Clock stops with 10:47 to go here in the first half. Now Carter will send trips left, 1 here to the near side. Saunders, the tailback. He walks up, says something to his line. Now he'll go back in the shotgun.
Everybody's coming.
Here they come. He has to roll out of there. Fires down the field. Complete to Saunders. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. And he's caught from behind And what a play by Saunders, and what a throw by Smith. He was on the run, and he was just before getting hit.
He was hit.
And he released it. Saunders was there, and they pick up the first down. It'll be a Hardin County make 1st and 10 from South Gibson's 15.
Well, I mean, that's the poison. They brought a jailhouse break after the quarterback, and he just beat them.
First down, 1st and 10. Here's a snap. Saunders looking for running room up the middle. He's at the 10. 5 into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacob Saunders.
The Riddler.
That time they opened up a hole for him, and Saunders found it and raced into the end zone untouched. And the Tigers build their lead to 19-0. And
they sold out on that blitz, and and that's it. If you don't get to, if a quarterback make a play against that blitz, you're hurting, and that freed it up. And then that great blocking and run there.
Foster in the kick. Here's the snap. It's down. The kick is up. End over end, and this time it's good. 10:23 to go here in the half. Tigers build their lead to 20-0 over the Hornets. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go 9 plays, 64 yards, with a 15-yard touchdown run by Jacob Saunders to extend the lead to 20-0.
So an outstanding play on 3rd down as Carter was just about getting hit. I think he had a paw on him, found Saunders open at the 20, and then Jacob takes it in from 10 yards out, and the Tigers build their lead here in the first half, 20-0. Foster approaches the football. Here is a wobbly kick. It's going to be hit. It's on the ground, and then he'll be knocked down right at the 29-yard line. That could have been disaster right there. That ball kind of short-hopped him, hit him in the shoulder pads, and he was fortunate to get on the football at the 29, where the Hornets will have it. First down, 1st and 10 with 10:19 to work with here in the half. Coming up at halftime will be the Central Bank halftime show and the Tiger Report with Laura M. Pilkington. We'll get you caught up on all the other activity around Hardin County High School this week in sports. Allen brings them out. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the near side. He'll give it to his tailback. Harris has him in the backfield, and he's dropped. Back there at the 25 or 26 as Adam got a big paw on him, and he wasn't going anywhere after that happened.
How many, running backs can be held with one hand in place and can't get away?
So that'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 12. They lose 2 on the carry. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers right and left. Here's a snap. Looking to throw. Under pressure. Fires downfield. Nobody's home as it'll fall incomplete at the 40. Everybody that was in the route is right around the 50-yard line. He was under pressure too, and now we got a flag back there. What is it? Holding.
Probably decline it.
Holding on us.
It is against them.
Yeah, now they get it. Holding on them. And it's declined, and that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 12. So the Tiger faithful full house here tonight. Standing room only around the track in this big region matchup between these two teams. The first time these two teams have met. Allen in the shotgun formation, trips right. Here's a snap, quick throw out here. It's going to be caught and complete, and then he's going to be knocked down as he goes across the 30 to the 31, and that'll bring up a 4th down, 4th and long 4th and about 8 to go for the Hornets, and now they'll send their punt team out. Back deep will go Jack Gray. He'll stand about his 40-yard line, 9-12 and counting here in the first half. So Jack around his 35-yard line awaits the punt. Here's a snap. Here comes a little bit of pressure, and he'll get it away. A line drive, and it's going to hit at the 35-yard line, roll inside the 25 down to the 20. And the Tigers will have it first down, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Difference of catching it at the 30 and getting it at the 20. That punt was kicked on a line drive.
That's the other thing, too.
They get a Hornets row out of it.
I mean, if you can time that bounce off a line drive, running up at the ball, catch it with a full speed, what an asset for a return guy.
So first down, 1st and 10. 2 receivers right, 1 to the far side. Now whistle. We got a timeout, and they're going to send their safety out. I don't know if it's an equipment thing or what. Yeah, he's got tape hanging all over him.
He's coming apart.
He may have to set out. Now they bring somebody in. He'll have to go out for one play, I guess. They got too many. Now they're going to run the substitute off the field, and they'll let him stay. First down, 1st and 10 at the 21. Here's a snap. Heyman in the game, right up the middle. He's at the 30. He's at the 35. Makes it at the 40. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. 5. Touchdown! Cam Heyman takes it to the house.
Steve, put that on replay. We need to watch that again. That ought to be a WBBJ run of the week.
He goes 79 yards on the first play from scrimmage, and the Tigers extend their lead to 26-0 here in the first half.
Boy, he's come to play tonight. He's been hot as a firecracker.
Smith will hold. Foster will kick. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, spinning toward the uprights. Is it good? It's good. Our new score with 8:26 to go here in the first half. Hardin County 27, South Gibson nothing. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Tiger Football right here on 93.5 FM.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go one play, 79 yards as Cameron Heyman takes it to the house to put the Tigers up 27-0.
It's the move at the 40-yard line is what you didn't get to see unless you were watching it on our live stream.
Well, the corner and the safety, we had him boxed, and he split them, and they couldn't do anything about it. He's been on fire. He's looked good all night.
Well, he moved from receiver to tailback this season, and, the one thing that sold him on it from Coach Smith, he said, you'll get to touch the ball a whole lot more.
That's one of the best runs that you can see.
Here's Foster, a high end-over-end kick, taking it to 25. He's at the 35, spinning around to the 40 is where he'll go down. And they'll start there, first down, 1st and 10 at their 40-yard line.
This South Gibson wasn't prepared for this.
Well,
they're not. They're not. Teams don't do them like this.
Well, too, they're starting quarterback down and a starting tailback down.
That's true. I mean, they're two bits are missing that. But I don't know where that the running back may have made a difference. But
Allen will bring them to the line. Man comes in motion. Now they're going to pitch it to him. Tries the right side, still on his feet, trying to get some running room, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds as he gets to the 45. Pickup of 5. It'll be second down, 2nd and 5 for the Hornets. Clock stops with 8:12 to go here in the first half. Central Bank halftime show coming up at the end of the first half, along with a Tiger update. And then we'll get you set for the second half. Allen sends 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Hands it off to his tailback, trying the middle. He's going to be hit and dropped.
Good play. What linebacker was that? Who is that 5?
That's Caleb Franks.
Caleb Franks.
On the tackle. He came up and made the tackle pickup of about a yard. It'll be third down, they'll give him 2. Third down, 3rd and 3. The ball spotted at the Hornets' 47-yard line. They'll send 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They're going from the south to the north end zone. Now he'll bring his tailback back here to his right. Allen looks over the line, now looks to the sideline, walks up and either makes a change or the play. Here's a snap. Quick throw. It's going to be complete. And he's still on his feet at the 40-yard line, still on his feet at the 30-yard line. He's at the 20-yard line, still on his feet, close to the 15-yard line.
That's their guy.
He broke some tackles going down the sideline, and we had him stopped, but he went through the arm tackle.
I know one thing. One of the guys that missed him ended up making the tackle. He didn't miss him twice, but he missed him once.
So they get it down to the 16-yard line on the pass and catch. They were just trying to get first down. Man, he turned it upfield aggressively and picked up the first down and more. First down, 1st and 10.
Well, he's big and
from
strong.
Our 16.
Big and strong, too.
Here's a man in motion to the right. Here's a snap. They'll pitch it to him. Tries to get by Harris. He gets hit in the backfield. Harris gets enough of him along with Tibble, and they'll knock him down inside the 15 to about the 13. A pickup of about 4 on the carry.
They're moving the stick, so.
Franks also in on the play for Hardin County. Now they'll go 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Second down, 2nd and 7 from the Tiger 13. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Looking to throw, fires, complete at the 5. Still on his feet. He's going to go into the end zone for a South Gibson touchdown. As he just sat down right in the zone. And a good play by Allen. Hit him in the numbers. And he turned it upfield.
He reversed out. We had it. Our guys were coming to the inside, and he caught it and reversed out. And they just couldn't stop their momentum and get a hand on him.
So they get on the board with 6:26 to go here in the first half. That's a good drive there, aided by a good third down pickup as they got it in plus territory, and they made the Tigers pay. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is blocked. Big Harris right up the middle. He didn't have a chance.
He kicked it in the bucket.
Want to remind you in the morning, Coach to Coach will air at 8 a.m. Doug Matthews and Dave McGinnis will get you ready for SEC football for your Saturday, and then they'll break down the Tennessee and Virginia game, and then me, Kirk, and Kendall will be in for Sports Talk. Coach Smith will join us. We'll talk about tonight's game, get his perspective, and get you ready for next week. It'll be go next week as Memphis East will be in town for a special night here at the stadium. And then at 10, the Ball Network will take over, and they'll lead you up to the kickoff between Tennessee and Virginia from Nissan Titan Stadium in Nashville. So that's your Sports Saturday lineup. But right now, we got some business here. Tigers lead it 27-6, 6:26 to go here in the half.
You know, Adam Harris has found something on those extra points. He's almost blocked all of them.
Yeah, he did it last week.
He's got some
long snapper. He just lines up right over the top of him.
Well, you can't hurdle him. You can't.
No, he just
goes between
shimmies right beside him.
Yeah.
Well, the guard's supposed to be stepping down, and in that. There's not much of a gap. I don't know. He's figured out how to jump through it or over it, or
I don't know.
But he should have blocked about 4 more that he's been right there.
He did it all last week. If he could have just jumped a little bit, of course, they had an outstanding kicker. He got the ball up so quick and so high.
Oh, he was good.
Saunders back deep at the 10. Here's a kick. It's a high end-over-end kick. It'll be returnable at the 10. He's at the 15, 20, at the 25. He's going to be hit there at about the 24-yard line, where the Tigers will have it first down, 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line with 6:19 to work with here in the first half. So Saunders will stay in the game at tailback. So they'll go 2 receivers to the right, 2 here to the near side. Rose and Weeks here near side, Wykes and Gray to his left. They're going from the north to the south end zone. Saunders will stand to the right of Smith. Now they'll show a 3-man front. Carter walks up, now gets back. Sends Gray in motion back in front of him, and they're going to jump. And is it going to be us or them? They flinch, we flinch too. So that'll set us back 5. That's twice we've gone in motion that side, and we've jumped. So they'll go 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Now they'll tighten up the formation. They'll bring them in on the hash. Here comes Gray in motion, right side. Here's a snap. Looking to throw. Goes out to the right. Throws it down the middle of the field. Weeks is wide open at the 45. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's lumbering at the 20. At the 10. 5. Dives toward the goal line. Will they get him? They got him at the 1. Oh, man.
Emptied the tank.
Yeah, a shoestring grab by the big tight end, and they get him at the 1. We will give him a break, though. He's had a bum ankle, and he comes up limping a little bit, but wide open. They went with the motion guy and left him wide open at the 50-yard line.
Well, the other thing, too, I was mad initially because Jack Gray was so wide open, and then I looked up and saw Weeks by himself in the middle of the field.
Now Big Harris will go in the game. Weeks will come out. That'll be a Hardin County Bank 1st and goal. They'll spot him at the 4. They're on the far side of the field, so it was kind of hard to see. Now Matthew is talking to the official. What is he talking about? He's down there talking to the official on this sideline.
He wants timeout towards the end of the clock.
Yeah. Yeah, he's telling them to hold up. The clock is winding down 5:15, and he may do that, take a timeout. And as he say, Harris came in for Weeks. And, man, what a first 3 games Ryan Weeks has had.
Well, demoralizing for their defense after finally getting on the board and showing some spunk, and then you hit them with that.
And that's what they'll do. Coach Smith wants to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back right after this timeout. All right, the Tigers get a big hit as they find Ryan Weeks. Smith does right in the middle of the field, and he takes it to the 4-yard line. And then the Tigers' the coaching staff takes a timeout. They're spotted at the 3.
Well, Steve has another one. He had to throw across his body. He was rolling to
Yeah.
his right and but he was so wide open, I don't think he could have made a bad throw.
Now they'll spread them all the way out over here on the right side. Jack Gray over here close to the sideline. And Rose to the left. And Weeks back in the game now for Hardin County. Saunders to the right. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Jacob, trying to find some running room. He's going to be hit from the backside, and he'll get nothing. Maybe even lost a yard.
I don't know why you bring all that meat and run away from it.
Yeah.
They still had numbers on the other side, on the weak side.
They'll give it the original line of scrimmage, it looks like. Well, no, they'll say he lost a yard back to the 4. So it'll be second and goal from the 4. Clock at 4:26 and counting. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the right now. Here's a snap. Carter rolling that way. Fires. Complete in the end zone. Is it Weeks? Is it good? Touchdown, Tigers. Sliding grab by Ryan Weeks. As Carter rolled out, found his big tight end. And what a grab by Ryan. And the Tigers get that touchdown back, and they build their lead to 33-6. In the kick is Foster. Smith will hold. Here's the snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 4:15 to go here in the first half. Our new score, Hardin County 34, South Gibson 6. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back after this timeout. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. 34-6 now our score, and we're just in the first half. We still have 4:15 to go here in this half. Nolan Foster will put it down at the 40. Here is a high end-over-end
Good
kick, curling to the left. It's going to be picked up at the 15-yard line at the 20. Still on his feet now. He finds a seam at the 30 to the 35, and that's where he'll be stopped. Had a little bit of a seam, and then the Tigers closed it up quick. But they'll have it first down, 1st and 10 at their own 35 with 4:07 to work with here in the half. Our Central Bank halftime show coming up at the conclusion of the first half, and our Tiger report with Laura Ann Pilkington. She'll be in, and she'll get you caught up on all the other sports action going around here at Hardin County High School. Now they'll go shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 1 on the right. Here's a snap, handoff right up the middle, still on his feet, and then he'll be knocked down as Parker Gerald's on the tackle for Hardin County, a pickup of about 4. It'll be second down, 2nd and 6. That was Dowdy on the carry for the Hornets. Now they'll go 2 receivers stacked up to the right, 1 here to the near side. 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. He'll just stand up, toss it out to the outside, looking for running room. This time he's going to be knocked down, but he gets across the 40 to the 41. So that'll bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and 5 for the Hornets.
Yeah, short field over there on the far hash and then going to their own sideline. It's pretty easy for your inside guys to get out there and help.
So 3rd down, 3rd and 4. They'll spot it right at the 41 of the Hornets. He'll send 2 receivers to the left. one to the right. Allen in shotgun formation moves Dowdy to his right. Here's a snap. He'll roll right, pitch it that way. He's going to be hit and knocked down. He's not going to get anything. He may have even lost back to the 39. That's Pig that comes out of there. And there was nothing doing over there as he pitched it to the short side of the field, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Why do they go too short side of the field when they've been beating us to the edge on the wide side all? I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me.
Now Hardin County will use their second timeout as South Gibson will probably punt it away. Let's take a quick timeout with them. You're listening to Tiger Football right here on 93.5 FM. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. The Tigers use a timeout. They're down to 1, 2:46 to go here in the first half. 4th down, 4th and 4, and the Hornets will send in their punting team. Ball at their own 41-yard line. Back deep is Gray. He'll stand at his own 30. Here's a snap. It's a good one. No pressure, and he'll get this one away, and Jack will let it go. It'll hit and go out of bounds at the 24-yard line, 25-yard line, where the Tigers will have it. 1st down, 1st and 10 at their own 25 with 2:38 to go here in the half. So they'll work on their 2-minute offense here. And hopefully run this clock out, and South Gibson won't touch the ball. They'll get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. So Saunders stays in the game at tailback. Weeks and Rose here to the near side. Wykes and Gray to the left. Shotgun formation. They show a 3-man front now. Now man comes in motion. They'll shift up, and now whistle blows. Nothing happened. Well, yeah, inverted whistle. I think they just thought we were going to jump. We've jumped every time we've gone in motion, and I think they just thought we were going to do it anyway. Yeah, now Jack comes in motion to the right side, and now we do jump. It looked like that time Van Hoos didn't snap the ball and everybody moved, and he turned around and looked at Carter, and all that movement is causing us confusion up front. Maybe we don't need to go in motion anymore. So now they'll change it up. They'll go 2 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side, 3-man front. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders. He'll just duck his head at the 20 to the 21. And he'll pick up a couple of yards on the play. Clock running now, 2:18 to go.
2-minute drive looking good.
Yeah. 2nd down, 2nd and about 13. Gray and Wykes here to the near side. They're going from the south to the north, north to the south end zone. Rose over there by himself to the left. Here comes the pressure. Quick throw, complete. Gray tries to make a move on the inside, still on his feet at the 22, but he'll be knocked down there for a short gain. Had one man to beat, just couldn't get by him. Good play there by number 5 for South Gibson. And that'll bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and 13 now with 1:30 to go here in the first half. Hardin County on top, 34-6. Now Carter brings them to the line. They'll stack it up over here to the near side. Two receivers to the left. Now here comes Weeks in motion back in front of Smith. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Fires. Lost it downfield, and he's got Rose wide open at the 50, and it goes right through his hands, but he turned him around a couple of times. Had him open and just overthrew him a little bit, and that'll bring up 4th down, and the Tigers have to turn it away or kick it away with 1:05 to go here in the first half. That 2 minutes didn't help. Didn't look good at all. Of course, a penalty set us back. Dowdy will go back for the Hornets. He'll stand at his own 45. Saunders at the 10. Here's a snap. Here comes a little pressure. He'll get it away. A wobbly kick off the side of his foot. And that is not what we wanted. And they're going to get good field position and a chance to do something here with under a minute to go. They're going to spot it at the 33 of the Tigers. That whole series right there was just kind of blah.
Well, and what's unusual is that
Saunders
I
has been
think
kicking the ball good. They're bringing the pressure on him, and he's kind of rushing himself.
I mean, overall, some of the best execution I've seen on offense all year, or first 2 games. I mean, they have looked sharp as a tack, but then that, I'm like you, they just, I think they just wanted to get to the locker room.
So Allen will bring them out. 2 receivers here stacked up to the left. Man goes in motion to the right. They're going to pitch it to him. They're going to halfback pass. He fires down the field. It's going to be complete. Walks it into the end zone. We just let the receiver go. Heyman just let him go. And a quick strike. And, boy, that backfired on us. I saw that coming right up here.
Yeah, that wasn't hard to figure out.
No.
Well, they earned it.
Yeah. We released him. And anyway, they cut it to 34-12. Here's a snap. The kick is up, and the kick is blocked again. So 2 block kicks by the Tigers with 51 seconds to go. Our new score, 34-12. Coming up, the Central Bank halftime show. And also the Tiger Report. Laura Ann Pilkington will be in here. And she'll catch you up on all the other sports action around Hardin County football, around Hardin County High School. So, Kirk, that was ugly to say the least.
Well, I mean, when you're up 28 points with a minute to go in the half, you still got to play ball, and they just they went brain dead, there. I think what they probably wanted to do, I know I've heard other coaches say this, they like to see if they can run it a couple of times and break one and get some yardage.
Yeah.
And get out from under that 20-yard line, get it out, around 30, 35, and then open up, start, throwing the ball. They really didn't want to risk, I don't think, throwing the ball much down here this far in. But the penalties, the poor execution, and then
they wouldn't try an onside kick here, would they?
I wouldn't doubt it.
I don't know that I would want to give it to us right here at midfield if we got on it, but we only have 1 timeout left here in the half. Here is a high end-over-end kick. They kick it away from Saunders. Hits at the 11-yard line. We need to pick it up. He does at the 15. He's at the 20, going down the sideline. Still on his feet at the 25. He's at the 30 and gets to the 31-yard line. So he cut it back on him. And the Tigers will have it first down, 1st and 10 at their own 31.
Did you see 4 of our guys watching him run?
Yeah.
They were watching him run instead of trying. It's like they thought he was going to run out of bounds. And then when he cut it back to the inside, they're all just sitting there looking at him. He's running through them. And they got their backs to the Gibson County guys.
So the Tigers will have it first down, 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. 44 seconds to go in this long first half. 2 receivers left, 1 on the right. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Heyman, looking for running room. Now he'll bounce it outside. He's got blockers out there. He's at the 35, gets a corner. Here comes a flag. They're going to get a holding, and this one will come back.
The other thing about that, it looked like he threw it about 5 yards behind where the block happened.
Yep. Clock never moved. I don't know if anybody knows it down there, but anyway, holding on the Tigers. The flag's at the 32-yard line. And so last two series haven't been too good for the Tigers as we're trying to get to halftime. They'll spot it at the 22-yard line, where it'll be first and forever from our own 22. And the clock never moved. 44 seconds is on the clock, and I don't think they're going to change it. Now Big Harris is going to come in the game, and Whites is going to come out. Now Carter is going to go under center. Maybe they want to get out of it too. As he's going to stand there and watch the timekeeper. Once his hand goes up, we'll snap it. Here's a snap, and he'll take a knee. I don't think South Gibson will use a timeout. They might.
Yeah,
18 seconds to go. Surely they would have already called it. I think they're going to let it go as we're down to 10 seconds. And now they're talking to both teams at the line of scrimmage. Might be a little jawing going on. Anyway, the clock strikes 0, and that'll do it for the first half. A big first half for the Tigers as they score 34 in the first half, and they lead it 34-12. Stay tuned for the Central Bank halftime report and also the Tiger report coming your way. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. Back to Jim Carroll Stadium. We're at halftime. Tigers up 34-12. Let's look at the first half scoring.
Yeah, Steve, the Tigers get the ball to start the game. We go 11 plays, 65 yards with a 10-yard touchdown pass from Carter Smith to Ryan Weeks to put the Tigers up early 7-0. South Gibson gets the ball, and they go quickly 3 and out, giving the ball back to Hardin County. Hardin County once again goes 11 plays, 91 yards, and a 23-yard touchdown pass from Carter Smith to Jack Gray with a failed extra point to put the Tigers up 13-0. On South Gibson's next drive, they go 6 plays before a tip drill. Cam Heyman comes down with a big interception to give Hardin County the ball back. And at the beginning of the second quarter, the Tigers go 9 plays, 64 yards, and a 15-yard touchdown run from Jacob Saunders to put the Tigers up 20-0. South Gibson once again goes 3 and out, giving the ball back to Hardin County. And Cam Heyman goes 1 play, 79 yards to put the Tigers up 27-0. South Gibson then gets the ball and goes 5 plays, 60 yards, and a 13-yard touchdown pass to cut the lead to 27-6. Hardin County goes 3 plays, 71 yards, and a 4-yard touchdown pass from Carter Smith to Ryan Weeks to put the Tigers up 34-6. After a couple exchange 3 and outs, South Gibson then goes 1 play on a halfback pass from 33 yards out to cut the lead to 34-12, and that's where we stand here at halftime, Steve.
All right, Kurt, the big first half for the Tigers offensively got sloppy late. But like we said, they're without their quarterback and without their leading running back. But, you know, Hardin County, like you said, Carter was sharp early.
But some of the best quarterback play, some of the best execution is the offense. Carter Smith, he has been just on fire. I mean, he has played a lot of times. I think maybe that he rushes under pressure, but he's been flushed, running full speed, making throws, hitting guys in the chest with the ball on the run. His touch passes have just dropped down in their hands. He's seen the right guy to throw it to and found him. I mean, his play tonight has been phenomenal. And then, like, Heyman comes out. He's got a different gear. I mean, he's been as much of a weapon as anybody on the field. And then Saunders, being himself, you know, like I said, 2 or 3 of the runs that he's made just been a bag of tricks. Just hard to get him down. And so the offense and the execution of the offense, and with them trying to put so much pressure on the offensive line with us losing one of our starters, offense has been clicking. They have, and I'm sure South Gibson wasn't prepared to be down 34 points at half.
No.
This first half, Steve, be like eating one of the best cooked steaks you've ever had, and then they bring out the dessert at the very end, and it makes you sick at your stomach. But the coaches will be in there. That'll be good for them. They'll definitely get the drive home that this game's not over and you can't play like this. You know, they'll be fired up when they get in there, and they're not going to let those guys slip in the second half.
Yeah. Kendall, defensively, the Tigers have played very well, especially up front. They've tried to hit us inside. They've been pretty successful outside. I'm sure we'll adjust to that. The throwing game, they've completed a couple of passes, a couple of big plays for them late. Got them to 12 points. But other than that, Tigers been pretty good. Their front seven.
Yeah, I thought the containment was pretty good in the first half. We, for the most part, we kept their bigger athletes in check and tried to keep them from slipping away. They've had some few gash plays, but you know, other than the halfback pass and then obviously leaving that one man wide open, I think our defense has done a pretty good job of kind of stopping what they're throwing at us, because it is a little bit different with them not having their normal starting quarterback and obviously their starting running back. So, you know, up until the end of this second quarter, everything was going Hardin County's way, and hopefully that's where we pick up when we come out of the locker room.
Yeah, South Gibson will get the ball to start the third quarter, but they trail 34-12 here at halftime. The Pride is out on the field performing for the home crowd, doing an excellent job. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the Tiger Report with Laura Ann Pilkington. That's coming your way right here on your home for Hardin County Sports and Tiger Football 93.5 FM. Back after this. Welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. We're at halftime, 34-12. The Pride just finished their performance here at halftime. And it's time now for the Tiger Report. Laura Ann Pilkington will step in. She'll get you caught up on all the other sports action around Hardin County sports.
Thank you, Mr. Steve. The Lady Tigers soccer team lost a close match on Tuesday to McNary Central 2-0. Goalie Mary J. Genty had 18 stops. Yesterday, they fell short to Scotts Hill by a final score of 6-5 in a back-and-forth shootout. Ella Hammond had a huge game, scoring 3 goals. Grace Budke and Catherine Wilson each had a goal apiece. The Tiger volleyball team had a dominating week. On Tuesday, they defeated Liberty on the road in straight sets. Yesterday, they beat Bolivar at home in straight sets. On Tuesday, they will host Chester County. JV will start at 5 with varsity to follow soon afterward. On Tuesday, Cross Country hosted the Hardin County Horse Creek Invitational, which is a 5K. Lauren Carpenter led the Lady Tigers with a fifth place finish out of 77. Jacob Castile led the Tigers with a first place win, beating all 177 athletes with a time of 17 minutes and 53 seconds. Congratulations to the cross country teams on a fantastic home meet. Next week, Memphis East will come to Jim Carroll Stadium to take on the Tigers. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock. Next week's game theme is Gold Gold. Fans are encouraged to wear gold to support the fight against childhood cancer. If you can't make it to Jim Carroll Stadium, be sure to tune in right here on K93 and make sure you stick around for the halftime report with yours truly, Laura Ann Pilkington.
Good job, Laura Ann, and appreciate you not coughing on me.
I'm surprised I didn't.
Well, I mean, you don't sound normal. I'm getting over here away from her. Why did you bring her up here for, Spencer? No, she did an excellent job, a little under the weather, but she's out there doing an outstanding job with the dance team, fighting through it, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, great job as always. We're at halftime, our score 34-12. We'll be back in just a few with a second half kick right after this timeout. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium here in the jungle as Hardin County on top of South Gibson at halftime. 34-12, a big first half for the Tigers as Carter Smith put on an offensive show. You being an old quarterback, I've seen Carter play now for 3.5 years, and it just seems like this season he is seeing the field about as well as I've seen him see it. His check downs are there. I mean, that play to Weeks, he looked like he wanted Gray. Gray was open, caught Weeks in the middle of the field, saw the guy break over here to Jack, and then, off he went. Just plays like that. And the play over here to Saunders. I mean, they've had a pall on him a couple of times. He's got out of the pocket and made a play.
Yeah, and his awareness has been just locked in. I mean, this is kind of the first game we've seen where he's getting pressured pretty consistently. And he's taking some hits tonight, which is also a little bit different. But the way he's kept his poise in the pocket, and then when he has to flush the pocket, that poise doesn't change. And, of course, knowing Carter and knowing his level of competitiveness, I'm sure he's still got his mind on those couple balls that he does wish he would have back. But, man, he's playing just a different kind of ball game from a quarterback position.
Jack Gray's been a big help. His first night offensively, he came in after Wes got hurt last week in the second half. That was his first action on the offensive side. He's been primarily defensive, a defensive backfield at the start of this season. But, he made an impact. He's got good hands. He's been in the system for a couple of years, and he's tough in that slot position.
Yeah, and the good thing about this wide receiver group, even Weeks, you throw him into the mix. Between them and Carter is a pretty strong bond, and the chemistry's there. But the thing I love about Jack is when Jack catches the ball, he's going north. He's getting upfield.
Yeah.
He's not a real flashy. He does what he's supposed to do, and it's fun throwing the football to a guy like that that's going to maximize every bit of yardage that he can get.
All right, we're at halftime here at Jim Carroll Stadium. Tigers on top, 34-12. We'll come back with a second half kick. South Gibson will have the ball to start the third quarter. From Jim Carroll Stadium, you're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson bringing you the action tonight right here on 93.5 FM, WKWXFM.com, and the WKWX app, streaming live on our YouTube channel, Slice 93. Go there and subscribe and hit the notification button, and you'll know each and every time that we are on the air. Also, you can go to WKWXFM.com, and the live link is there as well, as both teams making their way out onto the field. The Tigers are coming into the north end zone. South Gibson is making their way out onto the field as I speak. Next week is Memphis East. It's a special night. It's Go Gold. It's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And in honor of Aaron Bell, in memory of Aaron Bell, a high school student a few years back. He was a classmate of Kendall's and lost his battle to cancer, and the Bell family, Chris and Christy, made it a mission to start the Go Gold. They started selling T-shirts, and it's been amazing the amount of money that they have raised over several years now. The amount of T-shirts they have raised, all the money goes to St. Jude Hospital to help them with their research for Hardin County kids and whoever else they can help with that. And I was talking about the Go Gold. You knew Aaron. He was a classmate of yours.
Yeah, Aaron was, everybody in my class misses him dearly, but, he endured a whole lot, but he was such a great example to, all of his classmates. He was a leader by the way he, just put his head down and tackled as long as he could, battled out cancer. And, when you're faced with adversity like that and it's continuous, it'd be so easy just to, throw your hands up and just ask why repeatedly, but he just wasn't that kind of guy. And what his parents have done has just been it's been a great thing, and I'm glad they've kept been steadfast in doing that.
So if you haven't got your gold shirts, you can probably call up here at the high school, and they can get you in the right direction. If you want to buy a shirt, all that money is going over to St. Jude Hospital. And the Go Gold, like I said, is a special night here at the ballpark. That's next week as Memphis East will come to the town. So let's take a time out. We got more football to play here. We'll have the second half kickoff when we return. You're listening to Tiger Football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson bringing you Hardin County football on a night that I guarantee temperature-wise and humidity-wise is a lot nicer than last week. We were in just a sweat bath is what we were in, both players and up here in this sweat box that we were in. But tonight is a little different. It's been very pleasant outside. Good crowd on hand for tonight's game. Standing room only. Tailgate party was a big one and a boisterous one, and then the Tiger Walk as well. Nolan Foster will set it down at the 40. The Tigers will kick it from their south to the north. He approaches the football. Here's a high end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at the 15, 25 at the 30. Has a seam right at the 40-yard line. Saunders has him. He goes across the 45 to about the 46. So a big pickup there as we kicked it to them. They made us pay that time. So they'll have it first down, 1st and 10 at their own 47 to here to start in the third quarter. 34-12 our score. Tigers on top. Allen has gone all the way at quarterback for South Gibson. Dowdy, the tailback, 2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side, 4-man front. Here's a snap, looking to throw. He'll fire, and it's going to be incomplete. So he had 2 receivers out there, and it was just dropped as the outside receiver tried to come back to it. And that'll bring up second down, 2nd and 10. We're giving them a little bit of room over there on that side.
Didn't look like an awful pass. I mean,
no, I think he just dropped it. Same set, 2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side, 4-man front. Here's a snap. He'll hand it off. It's time to Dowdy. He's going to be met in the hole and driven backwards. That's Big Harris. Also, who comes out of the pile there? That's Sam Tanner with the big stick. Tanner there first, and then Big Harris came in here to clean it up. And they'll spot it back at the original line of scrimmage right at the 47. It'll be 3rd down, 3rd. Now they're going to give him a yard, 3rd and 9. Now the Tigers trying to get lined up. They do. Here's a snap. They'll fake the handoff. Here's a pass over the middle, and it's going to be broken up. Nice play right there by Caleb Franks.
Yeah. Caleb's having a good game. Dropped back in his zone, felt the receiver crossing behind him, and moved to the inside and made the knockdown.
So they come out, go 3 and out, and have to punt it away and try to punt the Tigers deep.
That's a big series for this second half. You wanted to come out here and stop them on this first drive.
LaVorn will punt it for South Gibson. Back deep is Gray. Now they'll send a man in motion here to the near side. Here's a snap. It's good. Here comes the pressure up the middle. He'll get it away. A nice spiraling kick this time. And Jack will ask for a fair catch, and he'll catch it at the 21.
I need CPR. I need somebody. Somebody needs to call an ambulance.
So we'll have it at the 23-yard line. First down, 1st and 10. That was a great punt, by the way.
it looked like a great catch.
Yeah.
I think we
it
do
was
that
a
again.
great catch, yeah.
We've been wanting to see that. Now, that didn't look all that hard, did it?
Saunders comes out. He'll start at tailback here in the 3rd quarter for the Tigers. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Smith, your quarterback. Here's a snap as they shift. Looking in the pocket. Now rolls right. Has a clean pocket. Now he'll fire over the middle and just misses Whites right at the 50-yard line. He had to throw across his body again as Whites broke to the middle of the field. He was wide open at the 50, and he just missed it.
That's a tough throw.
Yeah, he's been under pressure back there. They've done a good job getting back there to him, but he's just had just enough time.
Flushed right, throwing back to your left.
Now he'll go trips to his right, rolls out here to the near side. They're going from the south to the north end zone. Saunders to his right. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders trying to get outside. Now he'll cut it back up at the hash, and he'll be tripped up and gets to the 30-yard line.
Man, that was freaky, wasn't it?
Yep, got tripped up.
Well, the guy that just tripped and fell and was laying on his back, and he couldn't jump.
Yeah.
Well,
he got pancaked.
It's a good thing because he may have broke that
I
one.
know.
Yeah.
He had a lot of grass in front of him. That'll bring up third down, 3rd and 3. 2 receivers right, one here to the near side. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Quick throw. Complete to Rose at the 35. He goes down at the 36. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank. 1st and 10 Tigers. Just a quick hitch and a pass. Rose goes down and gets it. And the Tigers will move the chains.
We're going to have to lay a hand on this number 6 here. He's just, full steam ahead at Carter.
They all throw
twice now.
They all throw it right behind him. They'll have back release right behind him.
First down, 1st and 10 at our 36. Here's a snap. Saunders right up the middle, and he gets a couple of yards, and then he's stopped by 77. Good play there. Had a little bit of running room, and then it closed up quickly as they'll spot it at the 43-yard line, a pickup of a couple.
Was that he or him that made the tackle?
It's he or him.
We don't have any number.
I just got a number. The roster that they sent over here has no numbers, just names. But they got the year they graduated. Second down, 2nd and 8. Here's a snap. They'll give to Saunders again, trying to get outside. This time he has running room. He's at the 40. He's at the 45, and he's going to be knocked down as he goes across the 45. He's going to be just shy of the first down, about a yard. He gave a little step to the inside, broke it outside, and good speed.
Good play by that corner.
Yep. They're a good tackling bunch. 3rd down, 3rd and 1 at our 45. They'll give to Saunders again, right up the middle. He'll have enough for the first down as they move the pile to about the 49. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank, 1st and 10 Tigers, and that time they just went right at the teeth.
Somebody not jumping up.
Saunders, of South Gibson's front 4 and picked up the first down. Smith will send Gray and Whites to his right. Rose over here to the near side on the west side of the field. This is where the press box is. He's on our side. Here's a snap. Quick throw, complete, and hit immediately at the 45-yard line, and that's Jack Gray again. That's, 6 or 7 receptions on the night?
Need to get him on my fantasy team.
Yeah. Pick up a 5 to the 46. Where to be 2nd down, 2nd, and we'll call it 5. 2 receivers left, 1 to the far side. Carter in the shotgun formation. They show a 3-man front. Here's a snap. Quick throw. Complete to Gray again, trying to get outside. He's going to have enough for the first down, I think, depending on where they spot it. He's near the 41.
Yeah, he's got the first.
It will be enough for Hardin County Bank, 1st and 10 Tigers.
I mean, they're bringing 1 or 2 guys every play. They're trying every way in the world to get to the quarterback. You would think that, like a middle screen would work against that, but it's a different one. It's not the same ones coming every time.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 from the Hornets' 41-yard line. 7:49 to go here in the 3rd. They went 3 and out. And the Tigers are on a long drive. Here's a snap. This time Saunders is going to be hitting the backfield as we get beat that time. And they'll sling him back to the 46-yard line.
He's shooting every play.
Yeah, we got whipped that time.
Yeah. Our O-line's getting tested more tonight than they did last week.
That's the defensive end on that side. He's quick and aggressive, and that time he got home.
Is that the one going to Ole Miss?
And I think it's 9.
I think it's number 9.
Because I asked you about 6 before the game. You said he didn't start.
Well, I just told you that because you said that.
He passes the eye test.
Yeah, he definitely fits the eye test.
2nd down, 2nd and 15 now, back at the 46. 2 receivers right and left. Here's a snap. Looking, fires, has a man that's gray, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to fall incomplete. The Tiger coaching staff looking for a penalty, but a good coverage over here by South Gibson cornerback.
Well, you know, in the earlier, well, we got a flag on the far side.
It's on us.
It's on us. They declined it. They declined it, whatever it was. I think, did they say illegal procedure?
Yeah, they said illegal procedure.
That corner never did find the football. He just ran with his hands up in front of him.
So it will be third down, 3rd and 15. The ball at the 46. This drive's been so long, I'm trying to think where we started it at.
I'll tell you one thing, their defense hadn't quit.
We got to go. Hands up in the air. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield. They throw it right over the middle. He's being held, and he reached for his pocket, and it's going to be intercepted. They grab Weeks by the jersey, and now we got a flag. We got holding on us, and they'll get the turnover. Yeah, they grab Weeks from behind, pulling on his jersey, and they get the interception.
They've grabbed on about every route that we've had guys that were getting by them.
So they get the turnover, and they'll get the ball at the 29. First down, 1st and 10. 6:47 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
I don't know if it looked like everybody was just – they weren't even touched. Carter had to get rid of it so quick.
Yeah, I thought, you know, we talked about the
screen. That's what I thought,
I thought
too.
they were running screen, but it just jailbreak.
Allen in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 1 on the right. Under pressure, he's going to be sacked. Who is that came off the end over there?
It's going to be Owen Roberts.
Owen Roberts comes in from the defensive left side, and he just had a straight route to Allen. He couldn't do anything with it. He took him to the ground back at the 22-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and about 15, maybe 16. 16 is what it is. 2nd down, 2nd and 16. 4-man front for the Tigers. Allen brings them to the line. Receiver to the right, 2 to the left.
Sweet.
Here's a snap.
No.
Looking to throw. Still looking. Now under pressure. Breaks down. Fires. Complete. And he'll be knocked. No, they say incomplete. That's Tidwell on the coverage. As I thought he had it, and he knocked him out of bounds. Is what
I know
he did.
one thing. It was a heck of an effort, wasn't it?
Yep. So that'll bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and long. 3rd down and 16 from their own 23-yard line. Clock stops at 6:09 on the incompletion. Now they'll go 2 receivers right and left. Dowdy, the tailback, will stand to the left of Allen in the shotgun formation. Tigers get lined up. He's in the pocket. Now he'll be flushed out, and he gets out and fires, and it's going to be incomplete. And Dace Cummings over there on
great coverage.
The coverage. He's had a heck of a night.
Yeah, he's played great.
As Allen was running for his life, as Big 67 for the Tigers was trailing him. That's
Johnson.
Yeah, Tayshawn Johnson from his tackle spot, and they'll have to bring out their punter. LeVorn will come in to kick for South Gibson. He'll stand about his own 10-yard line. 4th down, 4th and 16. Gray back right at the eye of the Tiger at the 50. He had a good one last time. Here's a snap. No pressure. Gets it away. Kicks it away from him this time. Line drive. It's going to hit and take a Hornet bounce right at the 50-yard line. So that's where the Tigers will take over. 1st down, 1st and 10. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back in 15 seconds. All right, back at Jim Carroll Stadium. Thought we were going to take a timeout. 5:53 to go here in the third. First down, 1st and 10. Weeks in motion. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Heyman. Looking for running room. He's going to be hit right at the 50-yard line, drugged backwards. No gain. So it'll be second down, 2nd and 10. Clock rolling, 5.5 to go here in the third. Hardin County on top, 34-12. Smith brings them to the line. They'll go a diamond formation out here to the left. They'll get it to White, and it goes off his hands. It was up high, and he couldn't hold on to it, and that was dangerous because that ball kind of tipped up in the air. They had it defended, had the blockers out here, and that'll bring up third down, 3rd and 10. So third down, 3rd and 10 for the Tigers right at the 50-yard line. Clock stops, 5:17 to go here in the third quarter. Now they'll go 2 receivers right to the left. Here's a snap, straight drop. Here comes pressure, fires over the middle. They're all over his back. Now here comes the flag late as they'll get Dowdy that time as he was on top of Weeks right at the 40-yard line. And this time the back judge fires his flag in. That'll be.
I mean, that I hadn't seen Weeks run a route that they didn't have his jersey in their hand. You know, and then that score that Jack Gray made.
Yeah.
He was held for 2 yards.
So defensive pass interference on the Hornets moves the ball to the 35 where the Tigers will have it. 1st and 10 from the Hornets 35.
Big penalty.
Yep. First down, 1st and 10. Here's a snap. Heyman trying to get outside, dancing around, and he's going to be knocked down. That dancing ain't going to work against these boys, and now they take him to the ground, and here comes a flag. And they're going to get an unsportsmanlike. LeBourne is, as he had Heyman, the whistles were blowing, and he went ahead and slung him to the ground right here in front of Hardin County's bench, and that'll cost them another 15. They're talking about it, and let's get the call. It is personal foul on South Gibson. As the whistles were blowing, they had him held up, and then they just kept going with it and took him to the ground, and that cost them another 15. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 now from the 22 of the Hornets. Here's a snap. Heyman right up the middle. Has a little bit of running room across the 20 down to about the 19, 18-yard line. Pickup of about 3 or 4 on the first down play. Clock rolling, 4:39 to go. Smith looks over to the sideline, gets the play. He'll send Gray and Whites out to his right. Rose and Weeks here to the near side. Heyman, the tailback, to the right of Smith. Now they'll move Heyman to the right. Empty backfield. Looking, fires over the middle to Wiggs at the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Tigers. They caught them then. They got everybody up. Here came the blitz, and Weeks right behind them.
It was a matter of time.
Yep, and Carter picked it up, and Weeks walked it into the end zone.
Well, they put Heyman out, and that pulled another guy out of the middle. And then when they blitzed, there wasn't nobody there. I mean, the screen you would have thought would have been there. And they run that tunnel screen really well. I mean, they time it well. Lyman gets out and lead block. Not real easy to execute a screen pass either like that.
So we're going to have to call a timeout on the extra point. We sent our extra point team out there. Then they looked like they wanted to go for 2. So we have to call a timeout. 4:07 to go here in the third quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back. You're listening to Hardin County Football on 93.5 FM. All right, the Tigers will go for two. 40-12, our score. Weeks goes in on the slip screen. And you're wondering why they're going for two. They're trying to get it to that 30 mark. That's what they're trying to do in a running clock. Two receivers right and left. Here's a snap, straight drop. Looking, fires over the middle, and it's going to be broken up and incomplete. Trying to get Weeks.
Had to throw off his back foot.
Yeah, he was being chased, and that's 2-point conversion, no good. And our new score with 4:07 to go, Hardin County 40, South Gibson 12. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM.
Plays 50 yards. Carter Smith connects with Ryan Weeks from 23 yards out, and we missed or failed a 2-point conversion, and that brings the lead to 40-12, Hardin County.
So Foster will line it up at the 40. We'll see what he'll do this time. He's been kicking it deep. They've had some opportunities to run them back. This is a squib kick, and wait a minute. We've got a timeout, and the official is going over to talk to, looks like a police officer, and he's pointing up in the stand over on the South Gibson side. So I don't know what's going on there, but they're walking that way. I don't know if they heard something, saw something, or what. They're going to talk. See what they're doing. I don't know. Something off the field. I don't know if it's at the other end of the field or what's going on. But anyway, Foster will set it back up. 4:07 to go here in the third. 40-12 our score. We still got a.
What could he have done?
I don't know
to
what's
be this
going
bad.
on. I don't know what they're doing now. They come and talk to another official, and the South Gibson coaches were over there. But anyway, they kick it off. Here's a high end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at the 21, still on his feet, up the middle at the 40, 45. And, you know, that ain't working either. He gets down to about the 49-yard line. So we've been kicking it at them all night long, and they've been getting really good run backs and really good field position. Puts a little stress on your defense.
A little.
Yeah.
Giving them the 50.
Yeah. Well, we haven't done that all year long. We usually try to pooch it one side or the
Well,
other.
I mean, we were giving them 40 and 45. I mean, same difference.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Hornets at the 49. Their own 49. Here's a snap. Allen will hand it off to Dowdy, looking for some running room. He'll go across the 50 into Tiger territory at the 49, and that'll be it.
Good defense. I mean, that's what we would like to see here on out.
Carter Durbin on the tackle for the Tigers. A pickup of about 3. It'll be second down, 2nd and 7. Now they go 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. They're going from the north to the south end zone. Here's a snap, straight drop, under pressure,
He's
fires
there.
over the middle. It's going to be complete at the 30-yard line. So he just outran Tanner. And a Pig, he was being dragged down from behind as he was approaching the quarterback. No holding call. And they get a big play down to the 20-yard line. That's a tough matchup right there. He's got some size on Tanner. And Sam Got him down right around the 20. First down, 1st and 10. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off to Dowdy. Looking for some running room. There will be no running room as he tries the right side over there. And Big Harris over there, as well as Durbin again, and on the tackle. So that'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 12. He'll lose 2 on the carry. Allen in the shotgun formation. They'll stack it up here on the right side. One receiver to the far side. Now man comes in motion. They'll flip it to him, trying to get out. Gets the sideline. Now he takes off down the sideline, just runs over a Tiger defender. And did he get into the end zone or step out of bounds? They're going to give him the touchdown. That may be why D1s are looking at him, because when he turned it up the sideline, he took it right out our defender on that side. I couldn't see the number.
That was Elif.
Elif ran right over him.
Yeah, he was angry right there.
Yep. Well, he also got called for the personal foul down here that extended that drive. So looks like they'll go for 2 now, 40-18 with 2:26 to go. Now they'll empty the backfield, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Here's a snap, looking, fires, and is it good? He dropped it. Had it in his hands and hit the turf, and it falls incomplete. 2:26 to go here in the third. Our new score, Hardin County 40, South Gibson 18. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Tiger Football right here on 93.5 FM. (40-18) our new score. 2:26 to go here in the third quarter. As they get a good return on the kickoff, and then they take it right down the field.
Now you could get into the onside kick stuff.
Yeah. So we'll see how South Gibson wants to play it here with 2:26 to go here in the third. Back deep is Saunders. He stands at his own 10. This time they do. It takes a big bounce. It's on the ground, and who's got it? South Gibson has it.
You're down 40-18.
And so that one went off. It looked like it went off Tanner or either Tibble. That thing hit just perfect high in the air. And they get the touchdown, and now they get the onside kick, and they're in business at their own 47-yard line. So the Tiger defense needs to buckle up right here. Allen in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers out here to the near side.
I'll give him credit. Them boys ain't slacked off none. They played hard, Doug.
1 receiver to the left. Tailback to the left of Allen. Here's a snap. Quick throw. It's going to be complete over there on the sideline. He's going to be knocked out of bounds. We were playing off of him. They pick up about 8 on the play. So it'll be 2nd down. They give him 7. 2nd down, 2nd and, 8. 2nd down, 2nd and 2 at the 45. Allen in the shotgun formation. Looks over to the sideline. See if they check off. He'll walk up to his offensive line. 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. 1-step drop. Fires. Complete. It's going to be enough for a first down. Then in the first down, he'll be knocked out of bounds by Cummings. And the clock stops with 2:14 to go here in the third.
They need to play outside in. not let them get the sideline.
So they'll go 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. That's where they've been going on the short side of the field. Here's Allen. Straight drop. Under some pressure. Fires down the middle of the field. He's going to throw it right to Heyman. Intercepted at the 20, 25. He's at the 30, 35, 40, 45, and out of bounds. And that time the receiver broke off his route, and Allen threw it deep and right into the hands of Cam Heyman. And the Tigers have the turnover.
Well, that was a gift there.
Sure was.
That's where they may be missing their starting quarterback more than anything is communication.
He had 2 receivers on this side. They both broke it off short, and, man, he just threw it deep.
He was thinking long the whole time.
Yeah, he was thinking long the whole time, that's for sure, as he hit Heyman. He plays for us. Now Cam.
But, I mean, that wouldn't have been there even if the receiver had kept going because the ball went right to Heyman.
Right. First down, 1st and 10, 2:02 to go here in the third. Weeks in motion left. Here's a snap. Trying to get outside, short side. Heyman will run out of bounds and lose about a yard. So Carter back there talking to the official, shaking his head, and the white hat, he's going, I don't know. I don't know what went on back there. Carter saw something he didn't like. Clock stops, 1:47 to go. Here in the third. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Heyman up the middle. He's going to be hit, and he'll pick up a couple of yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Third down, 3rd and 9. The ball resting at the Tigers' 48-yard line. And the Tigers are content with that clock running down and try to get out of this third quarter. 40-18 is our score. Tigers on top, 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Big 3rd down play to keep this drive going. Here's a snap. Looking. Fires. Golly, they're holding him all over the place. That's Weeks again. Look at his jersey. It's down. His shoulder pads are showing, and he's pointing at it. It's going to bring up 4th down. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I told you. I hadn't seen a rowdy that he's run. That they weren't gripping him. Got a handful of jerseys.
So the clock will stop with 59 seconds to go. Back deep is Dowdy. Saunders will come in and punt it away. We need a good punt from him. He's struggled a little bit tonight. Had a big night against Giles County.
He didn't have 3 guys in his face like he's had tonight.
Yeah. Here's a snap.
Bad
Here's a
drop.
kick, and it's a knuckleball, and it's going to hit and take a Tiger row inside the 15 down to about the 12. So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 South Gibson from their own 12. 49 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
It almost hit one of them.
Sure did. They had 2 around it.
You know, that was what I was going to tell you earlier. That's a rule that needs to be changed. If the ball accidentally hits you running downfield and you're not trying to make a play on it, it ought not be a penalty. I mean, or a loose ball.
So 1st down, 1st and 10. Allen brings them to the line. He'll send 3 receivers out to his left. 2 here to the near side. He'll empty the backfield. Here's a snap.
False start.
Yeah, false start. They've been doing that a lot tonight.
Well,
that's the same guy. That's the tailback that you've been saying that takes off early.
Tailback's been taking a step before the snap almost every play.
Well, they got him this time at the out here at receiver.
The further he gets out, the quicker he leaves.
Yeah.
Arena League.
Yeah, that's right. He's going to go to the Arena League.
So false start on the Hornets, and that'll push it back to the 8-yard line. 1st down, 1st and 15. Empty backfield, 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Here's a snap. Looking this way, goes over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Thrown down there at the feet of his intended receiver.
That 9's one that can run, too, isn't he? He's one that scored down the sideline.
Lavorne is who that is, the intended receiver. Clock stops with 44 seconds to go here in the third. Now they'll go 2 receivers to the right. They'll stack it up, 1 receiver left. Now man in motion, back to the left. Here's a snap, and I thought I heard a whistle. They're going to pitch it to him. This time Harris gets on him and rides him down to the ground.
We don't have anybody getting out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if Adam Harris is the first one out there,
Right.
I mean, where's your outside backer?
Right. I mean, and where's your safety coming up?
He'll pick up back to the original line of scrimmage where it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 10. And they may let this quarter in. As we're down to 12-10, they look in no hurry to call a play, and I think that's what will happen.
Yeah, I wouldn't do
5,
that either.
4, 3, 2, 1, double zeros, and the third quarter finally comes to an end. Or they called they 1 second, and then they ran it off. So that's the end of the third quarter. Our score, Hardin County 14, South Gibson 18. They'll have a 3rd down play when we return. You're listening to Tiger Football right here on 93.5 FM. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. I'm Steve Cornell, along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson, bringing you Hardin County football as we move to the 4th quarter. A score of interest, a final from Memphis, Sheffield 14, Memphis East 12. Memphis East, our next opponent, but we got our hands full right now. 40-18 is the score. 3rd down, 3rd and 9 for the Hornets.
Yeah, if they can get a stop here, it's going to be hard for them to try to flip the field. That's just kind of what you want, get them in this situation and
So
make a stop.
They'll stack it up over here to the left side. Ball over here on the left hash. Now the man goes in motion to the right. They're going to pitch it to him, and they got the halfback pass. Heyman there, and he's going to intercept it at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. Going down the sideline, 15. Cuts it back at the 10. He's going to be knocked down inside the 10-yard line. And he just took it away from the big receiver that time. He was stride for stride, cut in front of him. And the Tigers get another turnover as Heyman gets his 2nd interception.
No. That's the hat trick right there.
Yeah.
Oh, is that 3
That's
for him
3.
tonight? Oh, that's
That's
right.
3.
I forgot about the easy one. Over
He came fired to play. I'm not kidding you. That's been obvious from the first go of the game. But that's also that, fool me once, shame on me.
Yeah.
Fool me twice.
Whatever.
Whatever.
George Bush, they couldn't. If the president can't get it, I can't get it.
Shotgun formation. 1st down. Here's Saunders, left side. Sees a little bit of running room. Now he swings it out right, and he goes toward the end zone. Did he get in?
Get it.
I ain't seen anything yet. No, they're going to say that he's down at the 1. Man, he kept bowing it out, and then he just saw daylight, turned it upfield, and he got it to the 1.
How good was that? I mean, 4 guys. I'm telling you, he's the Riddler. He just pulls it out of a bag and makes something happen.
2nd down, 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll spread them out as Jack Gray way over here to the right. Rose to the left. Saunders the tailback. Here's a snap. They'll give to Saunders again, and Carter just pushes him into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. So they get the turnover. And then they stick it in the end zone and build their lead to 46-18.
Yeah, Heyman's had a big night. I mean,
So now will they keep the offense out there, or they try to still push it to 30? Smith looking over here to the sideline. And now the white hat talking to Carter again. Carter gave him a little shove from the back, just a touch. Here's a snap. Rolling to his right, still rolling, fires in the end zone. Touchdown, or 2-point conversion to Rowe.
Why not? Give us 6.
Well, we needed it last week.
Yeah.
So our new score with 11:01 to go here in the game. Tigers 48, South Gibson 18. We'll take a quick timeout. This is Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM.
Jones Motor Company, the Tigers go 2 plays, 8 yards, and Jacob Saunders takes it in from a yard out, and the 2-point conversion is good to extend Hardin County's lead to 48-18.
So now the clock will run, right?
Should.
That's kind of what Coach Smith was trying to get to.
South Gibson, they played hard the whole
they're
game.
good.
And it's just every time they do something, we answer. I mean, it's just – that's tough on you. I mean, you get the onside kick and all that stuff.
So Foster will set it down at the 40. We've been kicking it deep. They've been returning it. Let's see what we do this time. Here's a short kick this time, angling toward the sideline. He'll get it at the 40s and step out of bounds.
Somebody's wanting a piece of him, weren't they?
Yeah, I don't know who that was. I think it was Tibble running down that sideline. He
But I
kinda
mean,
sidestepped
you were talking
him.
about them getting it at 48. That's 42.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to have to come up with. You can't get 3 and 4 deep in the playoffs and not have any more depth on your kicks and where they've started from. It's the same thing last week against a good team.
Tigers trying to get a region win to start this young season. Here's Allen. He's going to shovel pass to his tailback, and he's just going to be waxed.
You notice
At
how
about
he
the
pitches the ball.
42-yard line, yes.
Pitches it like a chest pass in basketball.
Harris was in there as well as Carter Durbin. He kind of got the worst end of that. He was at the bottom of the pile. Pick up a yard. It'll be second down, 2nd and 9. And now we got another stoppage in play. What is this? There's been a lot of discussion tonight. Have you noticed that? A lot of taking away the rhythm of this game. Now they start it back up. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. Tailback this time trying the left side of the Tiger defense. Picks up a couple of yards across the 45 to the 46.
They're done. They're just trying to run it out now.
Caleb Franks on the tackle. So to bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 5. Remember, in the morning, our Sports Saturday starts at 8 a.m. with Coach to Coach, followed by Sports Talk at 9. Here's a ball thrown and falls incomplete off the fingertips of the intended receiver. He had the first down, hit him right in the fingers.
Jammed his fingers.
Yeah, jam. And that'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 5. He'll have to go off. That's LeBourne, the intended receiver. Clock running, 9:10 to go here in the game. As I was saying, coach to coach in the morning. Me and Kirk and Kendall will be in with Coach Smith. We'll talk about tonight's game, get his perspective on this game, and hopefully a region win. And we'll turn our attention to Memphis East. And then following us will be the Ball Network, and then UT football at 11. Here's a snap. Allen looking to the right, still looking, fires, incomplete, throws it out of bounds. Tidwell on the coverage. And they'll turn it over on downs. That was 4th and 5, and Hardin County will get it first down, 1st and 10 at, let's see where they spot it, the 47 of South Gibson, and that'll do it for most of the Tigers starters. Smith comes out. Brody Ivy will come in to finish the game at quarterback for the Tigers. Now they'll send 2 receivers out here to the near side, 1 to the far side. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off. Going to the right side. Has running room. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Trips and stumbles down to the 25.
Big Grisham.
Yeah,
That's a
you
good
know, we
run.
talked about him in that game with McNary in that JV game.
Yeah, he can play.
He can play, and he's your third guy. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10. Hardin County Bank, 1st and 10 Tigers. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ivy, the quarterback, in for Smith. As the Tigers is trying to run this one out. 48-18 our score. Hardin County on top. And see, he's waiting on the back judge. A hand goes up. Here's a snap. Gets through Ivy's hands, and he'll just fall on it. Back here to the 42. That one was way to the right of Brody. And that'll bring up second down, 2nd and about 25. Why does it always happen to the backups? 2nd down, 2nd and 25.
They don't get the reps.
Well, this is still our
Ruddle-
first team line.
Yeah, Ruddle in the game now in the slot for the Tigers. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. That time it was in his hands.
No,
He
this
just
is-
drops it and goes
this
back
is
to the
a-
50.
He's just got to focus on catching the snap first. Yep.
So now we're going backwards after that big run. Was it Grisham?
Well, it's just 3rd and 40.
Yeah. So now it's 3rd down, 3rd and to Nixon. 3rd down, 3rd and 32. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off left side. That's Grisham still on his feet, still looking for some running room. Then he's going to take a shot right underneath the chin. Picks up a couple, but that'll bring up 4th down. Tigers will punt it away. Well, we got it down, to about their 25, and then dropped 2 snaps. That kind of killed that drive. So Saunders will come out. He'll punt it away. Clock running.
It's still, this is a good football team, and we've made them look bad. But we've played exceptionally well at the skill positions, and defense figured it out in the second half.
Here's a snap. Here's a high kick, spiraling kick. It's going to be taken. The ball's on the ground, and he'll have to jump on it at the 20. Tried to come up and make a shoestring grab and almost cost him.
That ball was a knuckleball. It didn't ever really move. It just went through there like a knuckleball.
I think he knocked the breath out of him. He had to jump on the football. And so it'll be first down, 1st and 10 from their own 20. Be sure to stay with us at the conclusion of tonight's game for the Central Bank post-game show. As we'll talk about this game, get you ready for next week, and tell you what's ahead for our Sports Saturday coming up. A full Sports Saturday on 93.5 FM tomorrow. Favorite time of year? High school football on Friday, college football on Saturday.
Yeah, if you can watch it on Spectrum.
Yeah, I don't have that. Here's a snap, and they hand it off to the 23. I'm going to be upset if it happens to YouTube. That's where I'm at.
I'll find somebody that's got a TV that it's on.
ESPN Plus, I guess.
Well,
Yeah, I had to do that last time. We had this problem. Of course, you got to pay for that, too. 3:26 in counting. Second down, 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff up the middle, and he's going to be hit and dropped as he goes across the 25 to about the 27. Got to bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and about 2 for the Hornets. Under 3 minutes to go now here in the game. Allen has gone all the way for the Hornets here in this game. Here's a snap. He'll hand it off again.
this game would have been, I'm sure, a little bit closer and a little bit more interesting if they'd had their. I mean,
Pick up about a yard, on the carry, and it'll be 4th down, 4th and 1. That is not Allen in the game now. They got a new quarterback. That's 19 in the game. We're sorry about the numbers. We got about 4 or 5 numbers they gave us, and that's about it off this roster. So 4th down, 4th and 1. Shotgun formation. Tigers dig in. 2:19 to go. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off. Has a 1st down across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 1st down, 1st and 10 Tigers the Hornets from their 34-yard line. A lot of young Tigers in the game now.
Who was it beat South Gibson this year?
Milan. It was a close game, I think. Wasn't it 28-21? I think maybe right at the last second or something. 1st down, 1st and 10. Here's a snap. Handoff, right side. Just ducks his head. He's going to run into a whole host of Tigers and be pushed backwards for no gain. So next week, Memphis East will be in town. We're familiar with Memphis East. We've seen them in the playoffs a lot of times. And they'll be over here to take on the Tigers. It'll be Go night. So it'll be a big night here at Jim Carroll Stadium. And then we'll finally go on the road in week 5. So 4 home games to start this season here. We're going to win number 3. And hopefully get one next week, and then we'll go to Northside for our first home game over in Jackson.
There's an ex-Hardin County Tiger that is teaching now at Memphis East that will be here Friday night.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
This is the mystery question.
The mystery question. Yeah, if you get that, you get a Tennessee poster. 3rd down, 3rd and 5. Here's a handoff, right side. No, he keeps it this time. He goes across the 45-yard line. 20 seconds to go, enough for a 1st down. Clock rolling. That may be the last play of the game. They may try to get one more in, but they better hurry as we're under 10 seconds now, and I think that'll do it. 5 seconds, and South Gibson walks off. We walk off. The Tigers are going to walk off with a big victory over South Gibson, their first ever meeting. Tigers 48, South Gibson 18. Stay tuned for your Central Bank post-game show. That's coming your way next right here on 93.5 FM.
scoring plays to open the second half. South Gibson goes a quick 3 plays and they punt. Hardin County then goes 11 plays before throwing an interception, giving the ball back to South Gibson. Once again, South Gibson goes 3 and out and gives the ball back to Hardin County. Hardin County goes 6 plays, 50 yards, and a 23-yard touchdown pass from Carter Smith to Ryan Weeks. The failed 2-point conversion that takes the Hardin County lead to 40-12. South Gibson gets the ball. They go 4 plays, 51 yards, and they go get a 23-yard touchdown. And they also fail to get the 2-point conversion, cutting the lead to 40-18. Hardin County, South Gibson, they get the onside kick, but Cam Heyman comes up big time with a big interception on the ensuing drive. Hardin County goes 3 and out, giving the ball back to South Gibson. And then once again, our probably the MVP of the night, I would say, Cam Heyman gets another big turnover and an interception. And then Jacob Saunders, the Tigers go 2 plays, 8 yards. Jacob Saunders takes it in from 1 yard out. We do convert the 2-point conversion, and that is where the game ended tonight with Hardin County winning 48-18 over a pretty good South Gibson team.
Yeah, exactly. And Kirk, this game really was won in the first half, and we didn't know how it was going to go. We knew they were down a couple of their horses, and but the Tigers' offense really clicked in the first half. You know, second half, they just did what they had to do, but every time South Gibson came up with a big play, we had an answer.
Yeah, it had to be demoralizing for them. I give them credit. They're well coached, and they had athletes. This was not one of those games, even when we got into the second half, that I felt like, you know, they possibly could come back because they had the ability to do that. Missing their quarterback and their tailback was a big deal. I'm sure the game would have been closer. But all in all, it's the best execution on offense. Some really good timely calls made by the coaching staff that helped them out, like the crossing route down there with Weeks when we got down close to the goal line, the tunnel screen, when they started blitzing. I mean, we just picked up on a lot of stuff. And the defense, you know, they were running on the edges, running those sweeps. They scouted us good because I said before the night, you know, if they're going to run against our front four and try to stay between tackles, that wasn't going to work. And it didn't. But they were getting the edge, and we made adjustments to where we could get more people out there and help on the edge. And secondary, like Heyman, hat trick. He pulled 3 interceptions. So Heyman was on fire. That one run, he made a run. It was, what was that, Kendall? 65, 70-yard run?
Had to, but yeah, oh yeah.
It was in that range.
79.
And what he had to do to outrun them was at the line of scrimmage, the hole wasn't there. He made a jump step, got into the hole, broke a tackle, and then when he got into the secondary, safety in the corner had him boxed. They were just closing in on him. And he just did kind of a limp leg at the corner and froze the corner, and then just accelerated through the safety, and then they couldn't catch him. I mean, it was something to watch. It was ESPN highlight stuff. So he had a really great game, and Carter Smith's command of what's going on the field and who's the guy that's going to be open, and knowing pre-snap what he's seeing is correct and being able to get rid of the ball. He stood in there tonight, took a lot of hits because they were bringing the pressure, and they had the guys to do it. And he stayed in there. He flushed. He threw on the run 2 or 3 times. It was accurate. He had an outstanding game. And then Saunders, like he was Saunders. I mean, it wasn't like he didn't play good. It was just, you know, all of them did. Yeah. And the line was able, against a heavy rush, to be able to give him just enough time. We got into throwing those, you know, getting the ball out of his hand quick so the rush, you know, wasn't that big of a factor. And then the defense figured it out, how to play against them out in space. And once they did that, the game was pretty much over.
Kendall, a lot of underneath stuff. Jack Gray, what a presence he was in the first half, especially made some big third down plays. But, you know, we don't have the deep threat yet. But Carter's doing such a great job back there by just, I mean, you give, like Kurt said earlier, You give him time, he's going to pick you apart, and he did that tonight.
Yeah, and their DBs, they had some pretty good coverage when we did try to take some shots deep down the sidelines. But I think it'll come as these games go by. I think what you're going to see is we're gelling really good right now as an offense. We got to clean some things up. We had a lot of penalties, which is kind of unusual for us. The pressure on the quarterback was something a little bit different that we haven't seen the past couple games. So still some things to really iron out, but we're headed in a really, really good direction.
Yeah, big win. You get that first region win before we have to go on the road to Northside. You're going to have another athletic team that's going to have some speed. I don't know if it's a Memphis East Old. I hope not. But you're still going to have some people to deal with. Just like tonight, they had some really good skilled people, and they had some size, like you said. And this is the first team really that up front matched up with us physically.
Well, like the first game of the year against Memphis.
NBA.
Yeah, Business Academy. That Carter sat back there, 5, 6, 7 seconds and just picked the guys he wanted to throw to when they came open. And then that was a good team, that Giles County team, and played really good. But the execution tonight was against a team that I think probably had as good a defense as Giles County, but the execution was better. You said it last week. Most improvements between the first and second week. I think the most improvement was between last week and this week.
Yeah.
They look like the only bobble, and this is something they're going to have to figure out, is special teams. Special teams, if you get deep in the playoffs or 2 or 3 rounds into the playoffs, and you're giving those teams the 40 to 50-yard line on every kickoff, you're giving them a half a field, and you're having to go an extra 30 yards more than that every time you have the ball. That's just a major gift that you're giving, and they hadn't been able to find a way to kick it deep and still get downfield and get a stop. And then on their little pooch kicks, they're giving them the 35, 40-yard line. So, just don't really have a good answer in the special teams right now, and that'll be something they need to just keep working on.
Well, next week will be Go Gold. Memphis East will be in town to take on the Tigers here at Jim Carroll Stadium. And we'll talk more about this game tonight with Coach Matthew Smith in the morning at 9 a.m. with Sports Talk. Before us, coach to coach, he'll get you ready for the SEC, your SEC Saturday, and then break down Tennessee and Virginia. And then, of course, after we get off the air at 10, it'll be the Ball Network, and then Tennessee and Virginia right here on 93.5 FM. So, unless y'all got anything else y'all want to add to it, Tigers win it 48-18. They improved to 3-0. And like I said, Memphis East coming to town next week. It'll be Go. Be sure to tune in the morning at 9 a.m. for Sports Talk. For Christian on the camera, Kirk and Kendall, I'm Steve Cornell saying so long, Tiger fans. See you in the morning at 9 a.m. for Sports Talk.